And here we are on Miscellany Mondays.
Wow.
We're live.
Wow.
We're doing live right now.
We're doing live right now?
Yeah.
Shit.
We're doing all the live.
That's crazy.
It's wild. I can't believe it.
Me either.
Monday again? Didn't we just have a Monday?
Yeah, like a week ago.
Jeez. Just feels decadent to have 2 Mondays in a row like this.
That's crazy.
Just too many frickin' Mondays.
Mondays?
Yeah, too many Mondays.
Wow. I don't know how I feel about that pronunciation.
About
but
Monday
yeah. That doesn't sound very decadent.
and Friday.
Friday's fine. Monday's not that great.
Friday, Thursday.
Oh.
I remember when I was in high school, my history teacher went off on a tangent about how to spell his various pronunciations of the days. Hello, good King Parker.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I set the right information here. Let me edit the stream info, because, I mean, I guess we're just chatting right now, right? So I'll leave that alone.
Yes,
I'll
technically.
leave that alone for right now. I just moved a bunch of heavy stuff. Had to make some decisions, you know? You ever make decisions?
Absolutely not.
Well, okay then. Decisions. I'm looking at my de-esser. So hello Blath, hello Bardic, hello good King
Blath.
Parker. Welcome to the chat.
Hello, Bardic.
Let's see, did we didn't even tell anybody we were doing this. I mean, I told people.
I told Twitter, and I just posted in the Patreon Discord. So look at me doing stuff.
I shouldn't be texting right now, but if I don't answer these texts, I'll forget they're
You
here.
never will.
Because
Don't
yeah, if I don't
shit.
keep the notification on the screen, if I accidentally check the notification,
Yep,
I either have to deal with
That's
it
it,
right
it's
then
gone.
or never deal with it.
pretty much. Until like a week later, and then it's there, and you're like, ah, shit, it's too late now. The worst.
Okay, what was I doing on my phone? I was checking to see if the Kakos channel has been notified.
It has not.
And other podcasts. It's right
Hello,
there.
podcast.
It's right there. Do you want it in the did we already do the Neverrad one?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay. Cool.
I did.
All right, then people know.
Yeah,
People
do
know. People are aware
They
of us.
They're aware. Are you aware?
No.
It's Miscellany Monday.
I refuse.
Oh.
I refuse to be aware.
How do you, how's that going for you?
Great.
Is it actually, or are you lying right now?
I'm lying.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. We're about to do some bad medicine, so, you know, you're talking about lobotomies in the chat. Yeah.
As the resident doctor on staff at the Neverrad Miscellany, I'm very, very looking forward to showing off my skills and ability with diagnosing conditions
So you're
of all types.
You're our jock and our doctor.
I prefer the term jockter.
Jockter. No, it's jock and medic, pronounced jock dick.
Oh.
Joe Couture. Hello, Jay Dimpson.
I am truly a person of all trades.
Yeah. The Joctor. I feel like that's a Scrubs joke, but I don't remember them ever making that joke on Scrubs.
I mean, out of all of the medical shows that have ever existed, Scrubs would be the one to do it.
Probably. Yeah.
I can't do more than 2 pull-ups. Fun fact.
Hmm.
My arm muscles are too weak and fragile.
Brianna, we got to get you jacked. Like, this is now my life's mission, is to get you jacked.
I would love that. That would be great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am simply a leg joctor.
All right.
I love kicking.
You love kicking, okay.
I love punching, but all of my damage comes from my knuckle bones and not from the power behind the punch as much.
There we go. I'm turning your voice up. I had you turned down in Discord.
For what?
For my precious ears.
God, it never gets old to do that. Unless it has, and I'm blissfully unaware. In which case, I understand how you feel, Conrad.
There we go. Yeah, 120%.
Woo!
Okay. So we can probably take a peek-see at what we're doing here. That's not the right thing. How about we shrink my face? There we go. And then there's Astrologaster.
Oh my god, it was behind you the whole time.
We're at the Bodleian Library in Oxford.
Wow.
They don't like when you call it...
You've been there, right?
They don't like it when you call it the Bodleian.
Really? That's like a way more fun way to say that, though.
The bod. We're at the bod. Yes, I have been here. Yeah. They were closing, and I'm like, can I just step inside for a second so I can say that I've technically been here? And they were like,
oh my god.
You fucking American. All right. Just all American and whatever.
That's the important part, is the and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know you're a true patriot.
It's also, it's not a tourist spot.
No, that's just like a school where nerds go.
Yeah, the Bodleian is it's just a library, and not only that, but it's a very serious library. So they were doing very serious things inside.
And then Conrad showed up.
And then I showed up.
The entire vibe.
What up? It's me, C-Rad, and they're like, "Who are you?"
Huh?
Yeah, and then there's also the really old Bodleian there. If you want to see the one that's got all the like Roman type architecture stuff going on.
I do. I'm interested in that.
Thanks for stopping by, good King Parker.
Bye.
They have a very good conservation program. Okay, I read conversation at first, and I was like, I'm gonna tease out what this sentence means if it's the last thing I do. And then second reading, oh, got it, nailed it, perfect.
I love a conversation program. Yeah. I need that in my life.
So
I feel like more of a normal person when communicating with people outside of my...
The Bodleian has an Instagram account.
Ooh.
Well, fuck whatever we're doing right now. I'm gonna add them on Instagram. Is it at bod?
At hot bodleian.
Hot bodleian.
Onlyfans.com/hot bodleian.
Just found out another one of my friends is reproduced. Okay, thanks Instagram.
Ew.
This is why I avoid you. The Bodleian Libs. That's probably... Oh, no, Bodleian Conservation. That's the shit I want. Oh, yeah.
This is just great.
Yeah, this is great entertainment right here.
Entertainment.
I'm gonna look at stuff, and you just have to guess how cool it is by the sounds I make.
That is terrible. I hate this game. Ew.
I just, maybe art restoration is one of my kinks, okay?
I don't need to be here for that then. I did not
What if
consent
having
to
you
this.
here for it?
No!
All right. I'll put it away. If you guys aren't subscribed to Baumgartner Restoration on YouTube, you should definitely do that, though.
Our restoration is pretty cool, though.
Totally unaffiliated, but he just does some very interesting stuff.
It could be affiliated.
With us? He's not affiliated with us.
I don't know how. We could make him affiliated.
Make him affiliated?
Yeah.
Can affiliate him?
Yeah. Because the A in affiliated is like without, without affiliation.
Like asexual?
Yeah, you got it.
Affiliated?
Affiliated.
So you got to affiliate him so he's not affiliated anymore.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, this has been language stuff with Bree and me.
I have a degree in English.
It's a language degree with Bree and me.
That's cute.
New game.
So this is our new podcast.
That's right. You can't see anything, can you?
No, I cannot. I can watch it from... Oh. Oh, they're singing? Fuck yes.
I feel that. I feel that. Do I click?
I did not expect there to be singing in here.
Drag left to turn page. Oh, oh.
Oh, that's ooh. Speaking of books, oh man, I love that it's not turning all the way.
Well, I didn't.
I love that Conrad doesn't know how to turn a page.
I was
one brave doctor stayed when all the cowards
I think it's us.
Because he was too sick to leave his bed.
Oh, I love that we have to turn the page before the beat continues, so it's just very awkward and uncomfortable until you turn this page.
I was
'Tis my final hour.
Not music, not even music, and you were giving me shit.
I am too far gone to recover, and for the plague, there is no cure.
Except to die.
Unless
we can make that happen for people.
Unless a cure might be found in the stars.
Yes.
Choose one zodiac to diagnose the condition.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
We got... well, we've only got the
just
one.
That. We just got... Sagittarius.
Yeah, we can't click on these other ones.
You have to...
my cursor is on, okay, so. Jupiter domicile in Sagittarius. Let's see. Should Foreman use this reading, I have the plague, characterized by a loss of appetite, immodest thirst, and pus-filled swelling behind the ears, in the armpits, and in the groin. These are symptoms of a fever provoked by excessive sanguinity in the liver.
Fucking...
Got too much blood in your liver, brah.
You got too much blood, bruh.
Jupiter domicile in Sagittarius. This indicates a severe imbalance of the blood humor. The blood humor is probably my favorite humor.
It's the best of them, yeah. It's better than fucking bile for sure.
Yeah, black bile. No way.
Gross.
You chose Sagittarius.
Yeah. I wonder if we didn't, if we would not have the plague.
According to the stars, the way to cure the plague is...
just bleed out your liver.
The fever it provokes. Oh, can it be true? Might a disease so monstrous as the plague be cured by treating it as if it were an exceeding bad fever?
Yeah.
Then I must use powerful herbs to bring the fever to crisis and break it. Let me see now.
We're gonna get you sick so fast.
Orange to provoke sweating.
Yes.
Wine, strain and distill the mixture to produce.
Swallow.
A most powerful strong water.
Yeah. Oh,
White Rafford's decoction.
strong water. I hope he's a witcher, else we're in trouble. Does not seem like he was.
Huzzah! I am cured.
You can tell by the stars coming out of his
I shall
brain.
now go forth with my miraculous strong water
God.
to cure all London of the plague.
I love this.
What?
Thanks, Sagittarius.
All right, querent. Is that the person asking the question? Simon Foreman.
Maybe?
Seen 13th of October, 1592, 16
At
o'clock.
exactly 4 p.m., huh?
Yeah.
Look at us.
This is let's see. 497 years
Wow.
before AOC was born.
Why? Hold on. Conrad?
She has the same exact birth date as a friend of mine. That's the only reason I
What
know.
the fuck, weirdo?
Kind of. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Anyway.
How might I be cured of the plague? I judged my plague symptoms as being provoked by a fever. I invented a new kind of strong water to cure it.
This game is literally, you have ghosts in your brain, go do cocaine about it, and I'm living right now.
So it was 397 years, not 400.
Love it.
Yeah, go do cocaine about it. We have one. Oop.
Fuck yeah.
Letter of recommendation. This querent will return for another
I
consultation.
would hope so. It's fucking us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'd see me again, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
I'm very confident in our doctoring abilities.
Here comes a lady querent, a little warily. Her name is Avis Allen. What can her trouble be?
Let me turn the
Good
page.
day, madam. How may I?
Are you Mr. Foreman? Mr. Simon Foreman, the doctor?
I didn't know
madam,
Kit was
I
in
am
this.
Indeed, Dr. Simon Foreman. I bid you welcome to my consulting chambers, Mistress.
Alan, Mistress Avis Allen of Lambeth.
Pray tell me your age.
I don't.
please,
The
madam.
volume's a little
I'm
low for it to be
33 years
Kit.
of age.
Yeah,
How am
it's
I
not
supposed to
clipping.
serve
But
you?
that's about it.
Alan, pray describe your troubles to me.
Well, the pain
We should
started
see if
full late
Kit can
last
watch.
Eve upon retiring to bed.
You text
Not
her.
that I'm in the habit of retiring
I'm
so
busy.
late,
Okay.
but my husband.
I have to
did
form a
desire
medical
special
opinion
supper
right
of
now,
cold
sir.
meats to celebrate and give thanks for in any case, it started in the night and it continued until dawning. That being the pain in my head and the
It's a peep-up.
chundering.
A moment whilst I make
Oh.
note of this. Headache and involuntary purging.
It's not a
Is that
peep-up.
all?
Aye, that is all.
I'm turning into
I
such
can
a
claim
snob.
to seem most trifling, and you are doubtless busy with important cases.
Nah,
Oh,
dude, I'm
like the
just getting
plague.
drunk off my
Yea,
own
verily,
shit.
mayhap I should not have come after all. Good day, Dr. Foreman. I beseech you, pardon me, for I have wasted your time.
I
Do not go.
diagnose you
I
with
assure you,
baby
madam, your case verily is important to me. And it is
because you're a
important to you, is it
lady
not,
and
Mistress Allen?
throwing up.
Else you would not have
Human
come
pregnancy
today.
syndrome.
Well,
Yeah.
Let's consult the stars now, then, shall we?
Pregnancy
What is the
disorder.
cause
What
of
was it?
Mistress Allen's
Pregnancy
suffering?
syndrome.
Excuse me. I have to drag left to turn the page. Okay. One zodiac
right.
to diagnose
It's
the condition.
cancer, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
That's what the crab
came
is.
down
You
with-
either got scorpions in you or a crab.
She came down with Scorpio. I was up all night
that's
with
a-
headache and chundering. What is chundering?
I hope it's vomiting, otherwise it's the other part.
Chat, look up chundering.
I'm doing it. Yeah, it's puking.
He chundered thunderously. He was torn
Hi, I'm
asunder by...
Thunder Chunder.
I'm
What's
the thunder
up?
down chunder. Oh man, fetal infestation. Yikes, dog. Alright, what's causing my suffering? Miss Allen's troubles have been provoked by anxious passions associated with her being with her child. Mercury.
Okay.
This indicates a disturbance of the mind.
What?
Should Foreman
Evil
use this reading, Miss Allen is suffering from
God
evil
bless.
digestion. Saturn in detriment and retrograde. This suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body.
Fucking black bile, man.
Is she
I
baby
diagnosed her
crazy?
with baby.
You say baby.
She has a husband who is alive, and we are in the 1500s.
Yeah.
Probably baby.
He's probably at least putting it in and leaving it there for a minute.
Yes, the soaking technique.
I wasn't expecting that. Alright, lady.
That's what it is.
You are with child, Mistress
Whoa,
Allen.
black bile.
Was the reason
Bam
for your
blam.
celebration last even, methinks?
But how did you know?
I can see it in my chart, madam. There is a planet aligned with Scorpio at present, Scorpio being the constellation that rules over such matters. Pray tell, how long has it been since your monthly courses?
It's been 14 weeks since my courses, and yesterday I did feel the chart quicken. So,
Gross.
indeed, 'twas the cause for our celebration, as you say. For
Nailed
I
it.
have been with child before, you see, but 'tis never. And Mr. Allen and I do pray this one will be born alive.
There, dear lady. The presence of the planet Mercury in my chart does suggest you suffer from anxious passions on account of your condition.
Passions.
And given your
Passions.
ill-favored history, I warrant
Because
'twas
you
the
love us,
twin
Blath.
burdens of hope and fear that provoked
For
your
better or
troubles
for
last evening.
worse. Mostly for
I
worse.
see.
Pray take this flask of wine, madam. It has been infused with cloves, ginger.
Drink
and
this
cinnamon.
alcohol.
Drink of it each morning, and you should soon feel much improved.
Verily, I will do as you advise. I thank ye heartily, sir. Fare you well, Dr. Foreman.
Fare you well, Mistress Allen.
You can't even look at the tree in your yard anymore. Yeah.
It's okay, that one's not sentient. It's fine.
But it is DTF.
It does have many rings, though. I assume.
The querent did present with symptoms of headache and involuntary upward purging.
That's a nice way of calling it.
Upward purging. Chundering. I am a chundering. I was just wondering. Who is doing all the chundering?
This is why you don't have a poetry degree.
I judge the querent as being with child. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today.
Ooh.
Ooh, we're
Yes.
almost to a letter of recommendation.
Yes.
Okay, close that. Fucking turn this page.
Fucking turn that page. So slowly. That was a fun note.
Thomas Blake. Do you suppose
He's-
they knew people who did this sort of music already?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna look it up.
Because Anyway, turning the page. Turn a la page.
Good day, sir. You are Simon
Rene
Foreman, the physician, are you not?
Lafage.
These are your rooms.
Indeed, I am he, and well met, sir. Be it Thomas Blagg I have the honour of welcoming to my humble consulting chambers, the Dean of Rochester Cathedral?
Indeed, 'tis I, Thomas Blagg. Though it is not upon church business that I come to you this day. 'Tis upon a matter of my own that I require counsel. I have lately been offered some very lucrative investment opportunities. And, well, it is said that God speaks to us through the stars, does he not?
Indeed he does. 'Tis well known that astrology is but a conduit for the word of God, as interpreted using scientifical means. And now, these investments of which you speak, pray tell of them, if you please.
2 merchant ships will shortly set sail on very lucrative trading expeditions. I do not possess the coin to invest in both. Hence, I must choose between them. And I must choose very wisely indeed. For sea voyages are most perilous, and if my ship were to founder or be captured by pirates, I would lose my entire investment.
Aye, forsooth, 'twould be most lamentable, to say nothing of the poor souls who might lose their lives.
Who are, naturally,
they'll be fine.
Greater of my concerns.
They're fine.
Aye, naturally. And whither might these ships be bound?
The first is bound for the Spice Islands of the East. 'Tis a voyage to be undertaken by a ship named the Conquering Cherub. The other is the Pride of Yarmouth. She is to bring back sugar from the Americas. Have you now the information you require? Then perchance you may divine for me upon which of these 2 ships our Lord God has bestowed his divine blessing.
Aye,
This isn't really
Dean
a
Blagg,
medical
we may now
question.
consult the stars. Should Thomas Blagg invest in the voyage of the Conquering Cherub, or that of the Pride of Yarmouth?
Let me turn that page. Ooh.
That's very fun.
All right, so A, we got... Oop.
Oh!
Ship's name should evoke a child who is victorious in battle.
Alright, Mars and Scorpio, understandable.
Okay.
Scorpio is the house of children. Ah.
Trading voyage will result in a change of fortune for him. Uranus.
That could be good or bad.
This represents change in fortune. The ship's name should evoke a woman who partakes in a marriage. I've already forgotten the names of the 2 ships.
Some Yarmouth and some Cherub.
Cherub.
That one had...
That's a child, right?
Yeah. Just a very fat child.
It's it's just an angel child.
Okay.
All right, what are we doing?
My issue with change in
Conquering Cherub.
fortune is it could be very good or very bad.
Mm-hmm.
But victory's pretty good, though. And I feel like if you're gonna go into trading, spice is probably the way to go. Which would be a cherub. In my professional opinion.
You chose What?
The stars advise you to invest in the ship named the Conquering Cherub.
I see. And why is that?
Well,
I
have
said
calculated
so.
that at this very hour, upon this very day, the planet Mars and the constellation Scorpio do both dwell in that part of the sky we call the House of Children. And, as it happens, Mars is the ruler of Scorpio, hence we may say that Mars is presently exalted.
Mars has been exalted by Scorpio, you say?
I
And what
do
does that
say.
mean?
When exalted, Mars represents victory. And so, with victory in the House of Children, we may read this as a victorious child. Ergo, the Conquering Cherub.
Ah, I see. For a cherub is a kind
wow.
of child, is it not? In sooth, I do find the science of astrology verily fascinating.
I am regretting
thank
this
you, Dr. Foreman.
decision.
You have been most helpful.
But you're welcome.
I don't think there was a good decision to be made there. Oop.
Don't invest in anything ever.
Yeah, that's it.
Not even once.
Not even once. Investing. Not even... Oh, well, okay. He will return for another one.
Well,
Let's
fuck
move on.
him. He'll probably... His score will come up if he comes back.
Come.
She seems full afraid.
That's just what astrology is, my dude.
Tomorrow, sir. Pray tell, are these the
Monty
consulting
Python
chambers of
witch
Simon
burning
Foreman,
logic.
Doctor of Astrology and Physic?
Indeed, 'tis I, Dr. Simon Foreman. And your name, madam?
Emma Sharp of Shoreditch, sir. 25 years of age.
Welcome, Miss
shit.
Sharp.
I'm
And
that
how may I
old.
do you service this day?
Fucking
Well, 'tis a
aged.
trifle delicate. A man has asked me to be his wife.
No!
Dear, kind
Gross!
man, but I fear you
Ew.
won't be
Brianna,
cold,
I
Dr.
gave
Foreman.
you...
What?
Oh, well, madam, whatever is the matter?
Well, he is
Well, I didn't know there was
exceedingly
going to be
advanced in
marriage
years.
in this,
I do
and it's
the
worry
old
he may not be
dude.
long for the
What?
world, and if he were to die, I do not think I could bear it.
Oh, shut up.
Verily, I
Take
would
his money.
not. Indeed, methinks I would rather not marry him at all. Am I very heartless, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, not in the least, madam. Your fears are most reasonable. A man in the winter of his life is indeed more likely to die. I assure you, madam, 'tis a medical fact. But methinks you wish to know whether this man be afflicted with a grave health condition, do you not? To wit, any ailment that might soon prove fatal?
Forsooth I do. That is my question precisely.
Damn,
Why,
we're
Dr.
psychic.
Foreman, 'tis as if you have a gift for reading minds.
I
Merely
do.
the gift of logical surmise, madam. Let us see whether a judgment of the stars may calm your fears. Does Mr. What was your gentleman's name?
Mr. George Middleton, a wool merchant.
Wool's
Does
a
Mr.
pretty good
Middleton
business.
have any ailments that might hasten his death?
He has a deathly wool allergy.
So what I was gonna say, I want to let them finish the dialogue. I gave you 3 options, Brianna, that had lesbian in the title. And you were like,
Listen.
Astrologaster. And now you're giving
One.
me a hard time about heteronormativity.
I am. Heteronormativity in the 1500s? Ugh. Listen, I was expecting to be diagnosing where we were at on the 4 humors using the power of the stars, not whether or not somebody should marry people. But I guess if we're diagnosing him with a severe wool allergy, I can tolerate it.
I'm turning you down just slightly. Okay.
Because I'm very excited about medicine now.
I'm just saying, we could have been playing... I skimmed the list for gay stuff to give you options, and you didn't want any
Well,
of it.
thank you.
You were having none of it.
I
offered you,
Listen.
let's see, what did I offer you? I offered you...
okay, here's the thing though.
Here's the thing, though.
I can be lesbian in my daily life whenever I want to, and in
Yeah.
fact, I am doing that now.
3
I
lesbians in a
cannot be a
barrow.
medical professional in
This
the
one,
late 1500s.
A New Life, has 2 ladies kissing on the cover of it. Brassica...
Yeah, but that one was sad.
A Merry Tale, which is a fairy tale about political marriages and gay alternatives.
We'll get there.
Alright, speed dating for ghosts. We'll come back to that. Dungeons and Lesbians. That's at least 2 with lesbian right in the title. Alright.
I mean, it does look like that one's exactly up my alley based on the description. But I
Alright.
really appreciate diagnosing people with children.
Alright, what are we doing with this lady?
Talent. I don't.
Does George Middleton have any grave health conditions? Yep, that's
yep.
it. Nailed it.
Cow, standing man, and lion.
I think it's a dog. Nope, it's a ram. We're both wrong.
Bewitched. Oh shit.
I feel like we should always go with Uranus.
He's cursed by a witch?
Let me diagnose Uranus for a moment.
Oh, Conrad.
Has been bewitched. The enchantment may prove fatal.
Or
Pluto in
he
retrograde.
could have been cast. There could have been an enchantment by a witch and it's not fatal. Oh no!
No one was. Mr. Middleton suffers from dropping down of the piss, characterized by involuntary urination. It is exacerbated when combined with his fear of heights. This just reminded me of a story, a really dumb story. Never mind.
Okay.
It's just, sometimes there are those, there's urinals that are like the whole wall and they go all the way down to the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And you expect to hear the person next to you, like, making, like, contact with the wall in front of them.
Nope,
but every once in a while, every once in a while you hear, like, just going straight down. And it's just like, I mean, we're all going to have pee problems at some point if we're lucky. But I was just so surprised that it was just going like straight down when I was listening, or overhearing rather, not listening.
Well,
dropping down of the piss.
I'm so glad this is not anywhere close to a problem I need to worry about.
Suffers from dropping down of the piss. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, Brianna, if you're not hitting the wall in front of you, you're not pissing right.
Okay. Well,
this goes for every human being. Yeah. Hit the wall in front of you. Don't let your piss drop down.
Oh boy.
Mr. Middleton suffers from dropping down of the piss, characterized by involuntary urination. It is exacerbated when combined with his fear of heights. Suggests severe vertigo, fear of heights.
Wow. I don't think it's that.
Third option. Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion, a condition that may end in death. A cardiac passion. Venus, this represents an imbalance of phlegm.
And black bile.
And phlegm. Ooh, imbalance of black bile. And Neptune, this illness cannot be cured. So the question is whether she marries him, like she'll only marry him if he's in good health.
Yeah.
But what if we want her to get that money?
I mean, okay, hold on. Let's reason this out, okay? Because
these two are he's dying. One of them's bewitched. One of them is heart issues. This one though, he's just got dropping down to the piss. We lost like 5 viewers. I just want you to know.
That's probably because you're talking about pissing on the wall.
Pissing on the wall.
Okay, so let's reason this out. Either she marries him and he lives. Cool, whatever. Mm-hmm. Or she marries him and he dies. I feel like the wool trade, probably pretty good at this time. Unless there is a plague going on, in which case, maybe not. I'm still gonna say it's probably fine. There's some good money in there. Did women get property after their husbands died back then? I don't think so. They'd have to like remarry and that would be like their dowry or whatever in the new marriage. I could be making all of this up, but nobody can tell me that because I'm a medical professional.
Yeah, we're not lawyers, okay? We're just doctors of astrology and physics.
I'm gonna say he has a cardiac passion and she's gonna get over it and marry us instead.
Okay, let's marry this lady. Turning the page.
I am full sorry, madam, but the stars give heavy news. Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion. Indeed, his heart may stop at any moment. He must avoid anything that might alarm or trouble his vital spirits. One shock could be enough to kill him.
Oh, woe, alas, poor Mr. Middleton. I thank you for your kind understanding, Dr. Foreman, and for your discretion in this matter. I will at once to my family go and beseech them not to make me accept Mr. Middleton's proposal. God give you good day, Dr. Foreman.
Bye.
They pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out.
Oh, wow.
Querent Emma Sharp. The querent did wish to know whether a man she wishes to marry does suffer from any grave health conditions. I did advise the querent that Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion, and that he could die at any moment. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Oop, we got 4 out of 10 on that one. 40 out of 100.
Dang. We're doing great.
Who was that handsome manservant I passed at the door? Mayhap one day I shall have a servant that cuts so fine a figure.
Well,
beware. Is the man treating you a qualified licensed doctor? London.
no, start.
Beware.
I need you.
Is the man treating you a qualified licensed doctor? London
Conrad,
has lately been importuned.
Conrad.
What?
One more again, but as Grebe, of course.
Beware, is the man treating you a qualified licensed doctor? London has lately been importuned by low-born charlatans claiming the title of doctor. These men have never attended university and therefore cannot be trusted. Any man found to be practicing medicine without a medical license shall be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Dr.
Oh, no.
Richard Smith, President College of Physicians.
His name is Dick Smith.
Good old Dick Smith. Smithing them dicks.
Murdering would those doctors come.
Murdering those doctors come.
Ooh.
Murdering one fine day.
Those doctors will they
Those doctors
will
will they
Yeah, because we're doing legit medical science.
will they send him to jail?
They sent him to jail.
We're fine.
Let's go to jail. Let's go to jail.
What is the meaning of this warning being put about by the College of Physicians?
Oh,
Do they
Simon.
mean to do me harm?
No,
It is
you're a
true
medical
that
professional.
I do not have a medical license. What am I to do? Mayhap the stars will advise me.
Go to school. All
Or
right.
but.
Well, we got 3
Oh, wow.
here, though.
3 of them, huh? All right.
The Church of England can help me.
Oh.
For the
Oh,
Archbishop
no.
of Canterbury has a special power to grant medical licenses. The
Has
Sun.
the Church of England done anything helpful?
What has it done for me lately? This represents a religious authority, the head of a church. Mars in retrograde. This advises ending a war. The College of Physicians is making war against me. If I am to become the best doctor in London, I must find a way to end this war. The authority the licensed doctors of London hold is primarily owing to their wealth and privilege. There is much that they do not know about physic.
True.
Jupiter falling in Capricorn. This represents ignorance. At least it's not falling piss. Dropping piss, right?
Wow. Only 2 of this one, huh? All right.
I must use my brilliant mind to forge strong relationships with my querents. House of Relationships. The sun involves being sensitive to the needs of my querents. The moon exalted in Taurus. This advises sensitivity.
I mean, fuck the Church of England.
Okay.
Never done anything to me. And we're medical professionals. Come on.
It seems that if I'm to avoid prosecution by the College of Physicians, I must obtain a medical license.
Nah, dog.
Towards this end, doubtless the best course is to serve my querents well, treating
You
their
shut
illnesses
up and follow
problems
your
with
own
intelligence
advice.
and sensitivity. For if I do, they may favour me with letters of recommendation, and I can use these to petition the University of Cambridge to grant me a license.
Yeah.
Oh, this is our second case for us.
Good job, us.
I did wish to know how to protect myself from the dark intentions of the college Phrygians.
The intentions of the College of Dark Physicians.
Dark mega-physicians. The stars did advise me to serve my querents well so that they might give me letters of recommendation. With such letters I may convince the University of Cambridge to grant me a medical license. Been to Cambridge also.
Oh.
That was a different trip though.
Wow.
He can't write himself a letter of recommendation.
Sure you can.
Bump.
Anything's possible.
Man at the door who we've not seen before.
This guy fancy. He got money.
Who we've not seen before. Who is come to inquire? Dressed in such strange attire. Tis Signor Ferraro.
Tight.
Good day to you, sir. Oh, I see you're having some difficulties. William, fetch my guest a chair.
No, it's good. I am just a little stiff.
As you wish. Mr.
Signor Riccardo Ferraro. I am a gentleman of Venezia, come to make a trade in London.
Venice? 'Tis a fine city, I hear. And how may I do you service this day, Signor Ferraro?
I am come with una problema medicale, and you are most great dottore who does cure all London, huh? You cure Ferraro too, see?
Forsooth, I will seek to do so,
That's
Signor.
syphilis, isn't it?
Pray, describe your complaints, if you please.
Holy syphilis.
Is burning when I
Yeah,
make it a
it's
walk.
syphilis.
During urination.
See, and his pain down here. Molto pain.
Molto
And
pain.
pain in the lower back. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Tis syphilis.
Tis.
Horsies.
Okay, it's gonna be pissies. He's got the gout.
It's definitely not gout. Get that shit out of here.
Oh, that's ruler of the feet. There you go.
No, that's my sign.
Your astrology likes feet.
Oh no.
Signor Ferraro suffers from the gout. No, I don't
Conrad,
think so.
you're not actually your friend because you like me. You're only my friend because my star sign is the sign of feet.
Brianna, you think we're friends. Thank
I
you,
am
friend
sad.
Brianna.
Oh no.
Signor Ferraro suffers from the kidney, stones in the kidney. The disease can occasion loss of appetite and severe pain in the kidney area.
You sound like a
Vomiting.
little Russian grandma.
Well, vomiting and difficulty passing urine.
Now you
This
just sound
suggests
like
a
a Dracula.
severe. No, it's not that one. Come on. Okay,
No,
so
it's not
syphilis is
that.
not an option.
That's bullshit.
His dysentery characterized by pain in the bowels, faintness, and oily stools.
Well, it's not that.
No. Could be kidney stones. Yeah, especially if he's having an issue with his kidneys as well as his bladder.
Lower back.
Gout. But that's not... He didn't complain
That's feet.
anything about his feet. So, we're doing this one.
Yay, kidney stones.
But it's syphilis.
'Tis a case of stones
of
in the
course.
kidney, I regret to say. But worry not, Signor. I will give you an ounce of my strong
Signor's been
water to dislodge
fucking.
them. Drink this entire
Well, yeah,
flask
look
when
at
you
his
rise at dawn
purple
tomorrow.
ass fucking
You may then expect to
shirt
evacuate
and
the
cape.
stones by way of your privy member within just a
Of course
few
he's
hours.
fucking.
Your famous strong water. This water is to cure the plague, huh? I thank you, Signor Foreman. And now Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
Good day.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Hello, Doglor. The
Oh, hi.
querent did present with a pain in the lower back and during urination. I did diagnose stones in the kidney and prescribed a flask of my strong water. I'm a quarter Italian, if that helps anybody.
It doesn't. This is not good.
Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. 10 out of 100. That's not very much from him.
Fuck you, dude.
From Pimp Italia here.
Pimp Italia. Oh, she back. Nice to say about Kit.
Man, they're just reaming Avis Allen here. So it's true that everything about her sucks, but we still like her, okay?
Ah, well met, Mistress Allen. Pray tell,
how
the
is
last
baby?
time I saw you, you were with child, methinks. Pray tell, how fares...
I would rather not talk about that, if you please.
No.
Oh, I see. I am full sorry, madam.
Full sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm come upon...
Uh-oh.
The matter that brings...
Pardon, madam. I prithee, madam, say on.
I'm come about the new law. I know not what to do, and I would have counsel.
You are in trouble with the law, madam?
Nay, at least not yet, but my neighbours have begun to remark unkindly upon my absences, my Sunday absences from church. I am afeard one of them may soon denounce me.
Ah, 'tis the
Church
Act
of England
against
sucks.
recusants you speak of. The law that obliges Catholics to attend church and take the English sacrament. You are of the Catholic faith, then, I take it?
Aye, a Catholic, but as well a law-abiding
Really
woman and a
is, Kit,
full
huh?
loyal subject of the Queen. Long may she reign.
I do not doubt it, madam.
But to take the Protestant sacrament, 'tis heresy. So says the Pope in Rome. I risk being damned to hell if I do it, Dr. Foreman. Verily, I find myself in a most terrible bind.
I see. Damned if you do, yet condemned if you do not. A cruel bind indeed. Well, let us see if the stars may untangle it for us. Should Mistress Avis Allen attend Protestant church services?
Well then.
Okay.
What we got?
Some have the wrong impression of the Allen's wealth and are envious. Saturn in detriment and retrograde, this indicates jealousy. Neptune in retrograde, this suggests confusion.
Ooh.
Mistress Allen's problem is her female neighbors. The moon, this represents women. Ooh, this one's got 4 though.
This is juicy.
Avis must remain strong in her Catholic faith, for when the Queen dies, her successor may revert England back to Catholicism. Spoiler. They did not. This advises strength. This represents death. This represents surprising political event. Or, no, we're not up to Cromwell yet, are we? There may be a creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome whilst also honoring England's Protestant legacy. This suggests creativity.
Like creative solutions.
Mistress Allen risks getting in trouble with the law and being punished by the authorities. It is Mistress Allen's duty to cooperate. So this one's like, yo, your
neighbors suck.
Snooping neighbors are gonna send you to hell. And then this one is just
find a way to work around it.
Wait it out, lady. All right, what do you think?
I mean, neighbors do suck.
Just
But having snooty neighbors doesn't help solve her problem.
Maybe she needs to kill her neighbors.
Risk it. Oh.
I fear the stars confirm your fears. You must attend church every Sunday, lest you risk being prosecuted for being a recusant.
Oh, but then what of my soul, Dr. Foreman?
That's fine.
Methinks I have a solution for that, madam. If you were to cross your fingers behind your back during the service, any Protestant oath you swear would not count. Of course, you must be sure to stand at the back of the church while doing so that only God may see, and no one else.
Forsooth, what an ingenious notion! Oh, Dr. Foreman, you have saved me. You are so wise, sir.
Oh,
If you say no Protestant before you do it.
Most admirable.
Dear lady, 'tis you who is to be admired. The strength of resolve, your devotion to your faith, and your... Madam, would you care to... see my collection of Venetian glass?
Oh!
I think I would. Indeed, I would like that very well.
Damn,
Are we fucking this lady?
it. Wow.
If you're no Protestant, would it be no Episcopo before you do
There you go.
whatever you do?
Yeah, totally.
The querent did not wish to know whether she should comply with the local law and attend Protestant church services, thereby betraying her Catholic faith. I did advise the querent to attend church, but to cross her fingers behind her back during the service. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Coitus post consultatio.
A very important doctor's note.
She's married. She's had 2 stillborns.
Catholicism.
And then she's just like, yo, what if I fuck the doctor, though?
It's gonna make that next diagnosis of child a little uncomfortable, I think. Hell
We're
yeah.
almost to a letter of recommendation.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, she's edging us.
Here comes a beauty dark as night. Her hair does shine, her eyes are bright. A damsel formed for man's delight. Oh, she is quite a lady. Oh, she is quite a lady.
They did a really good job with the music.
Yeah.
Good day to you, sir. I am Amelia Bassano of Bishopsgate, here for my consultation.
Welcome, Mistress Bassano. Bassano, 'tis an Italian name, is it not?
Aye, it is, sir. Though I was born in London, my family are from Venice. They did come to London to gain employment as musicians at the royal court.
Ah, I know one of your countrymen, Riccardo Ferraro, another one of my querents. Mayhap you know him? He hails from Venice, too.
Yeah,
no,
he
sir,
gave me
I do not know
syphilis.
him. Venice is a large city, and as such, is home to many thousands of men. And as I did mention, I was born in London.
Aye, of course. Mayhap we turn our thoughts to what brings you hither this day. Have you a question for me?
Aye, sir, I wish to know what afflicts me, for my belly does begin to swell, and lately I oft find myself
I
chundering
diagnose
after
you
meals.
with child.
Swollen
Chundering.
and involuntary upward purging. Well, now, let us consult the stars to judge the cause of these troubles. What is ailing
Just
Mistress
kidding,
Amelia
that's too
Bassano?
easy. She's gonna get us. It's a trick.
All right. Sagittarius, ruler of the liver. The querent is suffering from liverworm. Okay. With child. Moon falling in Scorpio. This is just the illness will not last long. The querent is afflicted with a crick in the knees caused by the pressure of excessive weight gain.
Well, that's not really helpful.
Capricorn is ruler of the knees. That's important
I
information.
see.
The reproductive system is Scorpio. I think we know which way we're going with this one, though.
Yeah, it's probably not liverworm.
Her ego is prego.
I neglected to ask. Is there a Mr. Bassano?
My father still lives.
I mean to say, are you yet married, Mistress Bassano? I presume you are, for the stars indicate that you are
She's gonna kill us.
Wondrous news indeed.
Ah, I see.
Of course, it is natural for a young lady to be a trifle anxious when she's expecting her first child. And I see you are anxious, are you not?
Aye, Mr. Foreman, I own that I am.
Well, doubtless you are anxious owing to the unpredictable nature of your condition. For instance, sometimes the child might emerge from its mother's womb early, weeks or even months earlier than anticipated. This possibility is a medical fact, and one that should be explained to any husband you may... Do you see what I'm saying, Mistress Bassano?
Nay, not in the least, sir.
Some of my maiden querents, I assume you are still unmarried and therefore a maiden, when they find themselves inexplicably with child, they oft do not remain unmarried for long. I advise you to discuss this with your family without delay, Mistress Bassano. Doubtless they will be keen to make the arrangements for you.
I see. Yes, of course. I must lose no time in finding a husband. I thank you, Dr. Foreman. Good day.
All right.
Okay.
Hope we don't get executed soon.
The querent did present with a swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging. I did judge the querent as being with child. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. There was no coitus post. Madam, might I suggest that if you're already pregnant,
if you are in the market for a husband.
No, it's just she can't get double pregnant. That's when you know.
Okay. Well, I guess.
You're just
Mary Kate is frightened when she spies a looking glass, for 'tis a portal out through whence the gates of hell do blast. A deadly wind that comes direct from Satan's paw. La, 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 la.
I love it. Oh, this game is just delightful.
Blessed morrow to you, Dr. Foreman. I am Mary
That's
Payne
me.
of 4th Street in Lambeth. I'm come to seek your counsel about my neighbours.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne.
I think this one's
Well
also
met.
Kit.
What trouble do your neighbours
Oh.
give you? They play their lutes into the night, perchance?
The voice.
Mayhap a neighbour has cast a malignant spell upon your cabbages.
Why, sir, 'tis no trifling matter. Indeed, 'tis a matter of grave importance. Doubtless you do know we have a Catholic living on 4th Street. A woman by the name of Avis Allen.
Yes.
I'm familiar.
I did hear tell that Mistress Allen subscribes to the Romish faith. But 'tis no crime to be a Catholic, is it, madam? At least, not at present.
Aye, but harbouring a Jesuit priest is, Dr. Foreman. These evenings past, I have spied a man sneaking in and out of the Allens' house. 'Tis my reckoning the man is a priest who is going hither and thither all over Lambeth to perform the Catholic Mass and take confessions.
It's probably
Doubtless
not
Mr.
bad.
Allen is hiding him in one of those little cupboards.
You mean to say you think Mr. Allen has installed a priest hole in his house? A secret room hidden behind the wood paneling
Good old
of a
priest
wall?
hole.
Indeed, I do. I am certain that he has such a hole, and that a priest is going in and out of Mr. Allen's hole from dusk till dawn.
Right, okay.
Verily?
Very nice.
Troubling. But surely you are mistaken, madam, for under the cover of darkness, how can you be sure the man you did spy was not Mr. Allen himself?
Nay, 'twas not Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is a fine, tall figure of a man, whereas the figure I did spy was very narrow and malformed in appearance. A scrawny little imp of a man he was.
I see.
Now, you must not
Feel
think
like we
me
should be
intolerant,
offended.
Dr. Foreman. If Mistress Allen must cling to her idolatrous backward beliefs, 'tis her own affair, and I have no wish to cause trouble for the Allens.
This is a bottom
And 'tis
shelf
true that
Judy
Mistress
Dench.
Allen does now
Thanks.
attend church on Sundays and takes the English sacrament just as she ought to. But we residents of 4th Street are decent English folk. We will not abide an agent of Rome sneaking around our neighbourhood, muttering incantations in some devilish foreign tongue.
Devilish foreign language.
But before I act upon my suspicions, I think it wise to know if there be any truth in them.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us. Who is this mysterious stranger, and why does he frequent the Allen's house late at night?
Frequent.
Frequent?
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 Frequent. It's the precursor to Gwent. My neighbors, the Allens, hiding a Jesuit priest. I feel like we gotta defend the Allens. They're good customers.
They are.
And we just blinked to that lady, apparently. The man Mistress Payne saw harbors cruel intentions towards the Allen household, to goods and possessions. Mistress Payne will die suddenly, mayhap before the end of this consultation. Narrow and malformed, a scrawny little imp of a man. Sudden change suggests death. Interesting.
I diagnose her with instant death syndrome.
Yeah. This speaks of House of Relationships. This speaks of a relationship with an untrustworthy foreigner. As foreigners are untrustworthy by nature, this element may be of no particular significance. The sun in detriment in Aquarius. Jupiter represents a foreigner. Mistress Allen's maternal instincts have been thwarted by her inability to bear a child, but she stubbornly persists in trying to reverse her infertility. Stubborn attempt at a reversal suggests instincts that have been thwarted. Okay. Stars speak of an educated man who adorns himself in fine clothes. The man Mistress Payne saw is a public enemy who engages in idolatrous worship of the Virgin Mary. In other words, he's a Jesuit priest.
Okay, so our options are obviously not C, but we either tell this old lady that she's fucking or she gonna die. She gonna get murdered.
I think she's dead now. That's like our...
Oh, she's dead now.
Yeah, you ready? You ready for A?
Oh, we're just gonna say she's dead?
Yeah.
Not that she's been fucking.
Well, I don't know if she's been... let's see, so it's untrustworthy, and then she stubbornly persists.
She's trying to reverse her infertility.
Yeah.
She fucking...
It's the division of where all these fucking pens come from. I found an entire drawer filled with pens today when I was looking through my shit and trying to pack and trying to decide what's going into storage and what's going onto the big fucking bonfire. All right, what do you want? That she fucking or that she dying?
Well, I feel like if she goes back and that lady's not dead, then that's kind of an issue.
Yeah, but I kind of want to gamble, though.
You want to risk it for the biscuit?
I want to risk it for the biscuit.
But then what happens when the guy keeps coming back, who's probably definitely not us?
All right. Oh, are we the ones sneaking in and out? Is that the joke?
I have the amount of degradation about this man sneaking in and out gives me a little feeling that mayhaps 'tis us.
Stretching my neck, sorry.
I should be a fucking doctor. My bedside manner is just beautiful.
It's just... I don't know why. First thing that popped up in my head for that attitude and that voice was just, my bedside manner is the tits.
Well, it is.
Well, fellas,
tell that bitch she fucking.
All right. You want them fucking?
Yeah, let's risk it.
'twould seem the man you saw is a foreigner who's been secreted into the Allen house
Secreted.
to aid Mistress Allen with their family difficulties.
Family difficulties? Come, Dr. Foreman. Pray speak plain.
Ah, well, as you doubtless know, the Allens have never been blessed with a living child. Mayhap 'tis the belief of Mistress Allen that the seed of a foreigner would prove more powerful than the demonstrably less successful seed of Mr. Allen.
Then, 'tis naught but adultery, fornication with a foreigner. Mistress Allen will pay dearly for such sinning. Her soul will be damned to an afterlife beset by the exquisite tortures of hell's capricious demons.
Aye, well, according to scripture, that is technically true.
But to harbour a Jesuit priest is a far greater evil. We must be glad that Mistress Allen commits naught but the sin of adultery, conducted late at night, with a man who gives forth strong foreign seed. You have given me much to think on, Dr. Foreman. Blessed day.
I am glad to have been of service, Mistress Payne.
So, HIPAA's not a thing at this point.
Not dog. We invented HIPAA, but not yet.
The Quirins did wish to know whether her neighbors, the Allens, are illegally hiding a Jesuit priest. I did tell the Quirint that the man she took for a priest is a foreigner who is helping Avis Allen conceive a child. Methinks the Quirint was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. 20 out of 100.
Damn, bitch, only 20?
What
Everybody
a fine-looking youth Foreman's
guy.
manservant is. Oh, would that I were my niece's age again.
Why does everyone want to fuck our dude?
When the Quirint does rock a continental frock, when the Ferraro does rock a continental frock,
when his Italian flair features all facial hair, 'tis
These are fun.
This game is just delightful. I have no complaints. and you all know me. I love complaining. I'm really good at it. I'm like I don't want to brag.
Oh my god.
When it comes to complaining, like I'm pretty fucking tight at it, okay?
I'm the tits at complaining.
I'm the tits at complaining. My complaints are the tits. Oh my god. Conrad, King of Complaints, yeah. It's not even a joke, though. Name something in chat that you don't think I can complain about.
Oh my god.
Name something in chat.
How good you are at complaining. Your levels
it's
at being
ruining
able to
my life.
Okay, there we go. I have been proven wrong.
How may I assist you?
Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro.
Riccardo
Come
Ferraro.
once again to see the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
So I see.
Oh.
What brings you this day?
I bring myself to you, so you treat my illness. It is very grave.
And, what might this illness be? Perchance we might start with your complaints.
First problem is the laughter that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable laughter, you say? I see.
I diagnosed him with
else?
Joker syndrome.
Next problem, the dancing that cannot be controlled.
Oh no!
Uncontrollable dancing.
He's got
And
dancing
yet,
sickness.
You do not appear to be dancing at present.
What can I say? It is uncontrollable dancing. I cannot control when I dance.
Nay,
Fair enough.
it is a fair point.
Doubtless my disease, whatever it may be, is very rare and very difficult to diagnose. But of course, if it be beyond your medical understanding...
Let me assure you, Signor, that
He's
whatever
definitely
is
just
said
a
of us on the
drunk bastard
continent,
trying
the
to
learning
record
of we
shit.
English doctors is unparalleled. There is no better medical care to be had than in London. Now, let us see whether the stars may tell us something of your unusual and troubling illness.
You're a drunk, but I'm a liar. Let's go.
Let's see. Things that all right, yeah. I mean, there's also, like, things... I mean, all boobs are great. I'm allergic to
Except-
kittens.
Okay.
Like, doesn't it suck how great boobs are, though?
No. What are you talking
Try
about?
complaining about Matt's boobs.
But it's Matt.
You got me. I can't complain about Matt.
My complaint about Matt is I miss him very much.
Yeah. That was just a full-on yawn. Deal with it. Fucking deal with it.
I'm trying to. I just want to diagnose this dude with some random fucking illness so that he thinks very highly of us and then walks away because he's a drunk.
Uncontrollable laughter and dancing, and he's burping. Senor Ferraro has been bitten by a tarantula. On one of his ankles, the tarantula venom causes the victim... A tarantula causes the victim to laugh, sing, or dance uncontrollably, while also provoking an acute loathing of music. Aquarius, ruler of the ankles.
I do love a tarantula very much. I'm in love with that entire concept.
Tarantulas don't bite, do they? I thought the thing with tarantulas is that their hairs were like
that
venomous.
counts as biting. Kind of.
Senor Ferraro is with child.
Not colic.
Is suffering from colic.
Oh no.
A disease that occasions abdominal pain, belching, and bloating of the stomach. Suggests the illness is chronic. Virgo, ruler of the digestive system. Try complaining about Blath's blushes boobs. You know, alright. It's
that emo don't even fucking... I'm gonna step in here. That emote don't even have boobs, and that's my biggest complaint.
Oh, that emote looks like nothing on my screen. It looks like a little Dwarf Fortress character. I can't tell what that is.
It is Dwarf Fortress.
Praise the miners.
In the Italian province of Taranto, Apulia, the bite of a locally common type of wolf spider named tarantula after the region was popularly believed to be highly venomous and lead to a hysterical condition known as tarantism. Which is dancing, and that's why tarantulas are a thing, and I love them very much.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I don't know any tarantulas. Alright. Well, Brianna.
That bitch got bit by a spider.
Alright. Fucking spider
No,
shit.
that's calling. Oh, wait, no, you're right.
You have been bitten by a tarantula. Its venom has been creeping throughout your body, provoking the wanton laughter and dancing you're experiencing. The tarantula
gotta dance
is
it
a
out.
rare spider from foreign climes. Doubtless it travelled with you from Venice, hiding itself among your belongings.
Aye, doubtless you are right.
Oh, he doesn't like that.
The venom may be expelled
This
from the
time.
body
He's trying
using
to
a
test
combination
us.
of heat and music. I advise you to have a lutenist come by your
spend the
house
rest
to
of the
sing and
stream
play for you
listening to
while you bide near the
tarantulas
fire.
now.
But take care not to insult the musicians playing, for whilst you will find it most loathsome, 'twill only be on account of the venom.
Molto bene, Signor Foreman. I will do as you advise. Riccardo
he'd like that,
Ferraro
then.
bids you good day.
But I feel like we were really close to getting a recommendation from this guy, and now we're not.
That's fine.
I did advise Ben Tarantula, methinks Square was pleased. Okay, cool. Oh no. Apparently we're just starting with him. Then fuck that guy. Who gives a shit? Move on.
This guy fucking drops a 1-star rating on Yelp because he showed up 5 minutes before closing.
Doctor, medicate her mind.
Pray cure this comely lady. Pray cure this
Comely lady.
She's like, I wasn't pregnant.
Good day to you, madam.
Yes. Good day, Mr. Foreman. Pray tell, is your Venetian querent Riccardo Ferraro one of the patients you treat for troubles of the mind? For sooth, his manner is right strange. I passed him at the door, and when I addressed him in the Italian tongue, he abruptly turned from me and ran away down the street.
He doesn't speak Italian.
Signor Ferrara has no grave troubles of the mind that I'm aware of. Mayhap he was merely dumbstruck by your beauty, madam.
Dr. Foreman, a man is rarely struck dumb by a woman's beauty. Indeed, 'tis quite the reverse. He is oft rendered all the more loquacious, plaguing her with ill-formed metaphors he believes are compliments, and with hasty declarations and invitations she has neither sought nor invited.
Ah, quite.
So
needless to
bonus?
say, she's my new favorite character.
I did later hear of your marriage to your cousin, Mr. Alfonso
you and
Lania,
Blath.
for which I must congratulate you. And as I recall, you were with child when I last saw you.
Aye, I was, as you correctly judged.
Yes. Ooh,
and your
fuck
child
yeah.
and husband are both well, I hope?
I would rather not discourse on the subject of my husband, Dr. Foreman.
As it pleases you, madam. What brings you this day?
Lately, I have been feeling heavy and lethargic.
The depression.
I do also find it hard to fix my attention upon the book I am reading or upon words I am composing. And yet, although I oft feel right tired, I am having difficulty sleeping.
Ah, well, becoming a mother, beset with all the demands of a suckling babe, can force change upon the normal rhythms of life.
Nay, 'tis not that, for I have employed a wet nurse for the feeding and much of the care of my son. Methinks I must have some kind of disease.
I see. Let us consult
I
the stars
diagnose
to
you
see
with
what afflicts
sad
you.
brain.
What is ailing Mistress Amelia Lania?
Double pregnant.
Oh no. That's the worst kind of pregnant.
Double pregnant. Step twins. Alright. The querent suffers from melancholy,
yes.
being an excess of black bile. This suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. This suggests the illness is curable.
How?
The querent suffers from phlegmatism. It is a temperament associated with an excess of phlegm characterized by stoicism and stubbornness.
Well, that one's mean.
Psychological factor. It indicates the illness will get worse before it gets better. The querent is troubled by an excessive choleric temperament. It is associated with an excess of yellow bile. Sufferers exhibit an aggressive, opinionated nature.
Very mean also.
My dear madam, I do believe you are suffering from uppity.
I diagnose you with bitch syndrome.
Yeah. When a gentleman is just simply paying you a compliment.
Oh no. No. Oh, methinks the only solution is to smile more. Yikes, dog.
The diagnosis. The yikesis. The yikesignosis.
Yep. Oh.
Oh boy. Oh. The things I find funny that I shouldn't find funny. Like, everybody just needs to know that, like, I'm not a bastard. I
am a bastard.
I hear you. I understand you.
I was, in fact, born out of wedlock, which makes me, by all legal definition, a bastard, and I will continue to live up to this title.
Okay. I feel like you gotta.
Ways possible.
You know, I don't feel like you're born a bastard anymore. You have to become a bastard.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And I am.
It's not thrust upon you. It is something that you slip
Either
into.
You are born a
like
bastard, or you have bastardness thrust upon you.
You chose the bastard. I was raised by the bastard. I should actually watch that movie at some point.
You really don't have to.
Like, what if I'm like folding laundry or something?
You really don't have to.
All right,
You can watch the I don't remember what it's called. There's a YouTube video where somebody overdubs all of the main quotes. That's just delightful. You can watch that instead.
No, but I need to know what the original quotes were. All right, so we've got melancholy.
Yes.
Which doesn't seem to be her attitude.
Oh my god.
Phlegmatism, stoicism, and stubbornness. Yo, dog, I think is associated with an sufferers exhibit an aggressive, opinionated nature.
That's fine. We appreciate that in her. She's got sad brain.
Melancholy?
Sad brain disease.
You want it?
Or SBID. Yeah. A classic SPID.
None of these have been Taurus
Miscellany,
yet.
The stars indicate that your suffering is
Taurus
occasioned by
sucks.
melancholy, or, in other words, black bile.
I see. And what treatment can you give me for it?
Before we speak of treating your condition, madam, I
Have
think
you
it wise
done
we determine
cocaine
what
about
has
it?
provoked- You did express a desire not to speak of your husband.
It's too
and
early
I cannot
for
help
that.
but think that such a reluctance reveals where the
Have
source
you
of your
done
troubles might
opium
lie.
about it?
There you
What
go.
drugs were
Within
around
your
in this
marriage.
time? Opium?
Would
Is
I
that
be right
it?
in thinking this? I do not wish to cause you distress, madam, but as a doctor, I do feel I must press you in case it is relevant to your troubles.
My marriage is not a happy one, Dr. Foreman. Mr. Lanier and I do not agree on matters of money and strong drink.
I see. And what are your opinions
Just
on
my
these
belt.
subjects?
That he spends all our money on strong drink. He
I
disagrees.
see.
And your husband cannot be brought around to see your point of view, nor you his, I presume. Well, the marital discord provoked by strong differences of
Not in
opinion
that
can
discord.
often engender melancholy in a wife.
Oh, I see.
Until the matter is resolved between you, you may take a syrup of roses and chicory.
Oh.
Drink of it each day, and it will serve to reinvigorate your vital spirits. I will also have my manservant William bleed you of some of that excess bile.
Fuck yeah.
I thank you, Dr. Foreman.
William, come hither and bleed Mistress Lanier.
Are we ever going to see William?
Put a leech on this boosh.
I feel like he's just going to be like shirtless when we see William.
Hello.
It's just,
Hearken well
are
met.
you sure I don't need more bleeding, doctor? Well, we've bled you an awful lot. All right. Lethargy, troubled sleep with an unnatural pallor. Did advise the querent that she suffered from melancholy. Leeches
Yay,
for
leeches.
everybody. Oh, we're getting close to a thingamajig.
One day.
Male.
Oh.
Sir, I thank you for your recent enquiry with regards to obtaining a license to practice medicine. I note from our records that you terminated your enrollment at our institution some years ago on the grounds of insufficient funds. Whilst we do not ordinarily issue medical licenses to men who have not first completed a medical degree, a proof of equivalent professional experience in the form of letters of recommendation may be taken into consideration. A minimum of 8 such letters of recommendation is customarily required. I advise you to write us once you have attained the requisite number of letters. John Cowell.
Conrad, can we take a second? What?
Yes.
What accent did you think you were doing when you were reading that?
Brianna, how many accents do you try to do?
As I am aware, I have done and completely nailed at least one. Actually 2, so fuck you. At least 2.
Foreman's now the patient and Avis is the cure because they boning.
Ooh.
Ah, my dear.
Hey, why do you tell my neighbor
pleasure
that
it
I'm
is to see
fucking
you.
people all the
I've
time?
oft thought of our
I
last.
cannot tarry long. My husband will be expecting me home.
Of course. But, dear lady, is something the matter?
Yeah,
Of
you
course.
told my neighbors
Do
I'm
not all your
fucking...
querents come with a matter they wish an answer to?
Well, yes, but
I wish to ask of the stars whether a man I am close with, a man who is not my husband, whether that man be also close with another woman.
a man you are. I see. Well, if I am to judge the stars for you, I must ask you to be more precise. In what sense do you mean close? The platonic bond of friendship?
Ah, yes.
Nay, close in the sense of being intimate.
I see. Ooh. Then 'tis the familial tie of kinship, perchance.
Nay, I mean someone with whom I have shared physical relations.
Verily, madam, if I am to give you an accurate reading, you must state your question clearly.
Methinks you know full well what I ask. I bid you ask the stars whether my lover is, just to say, be it true that he engages with another woman in acts of strumpy-humpy.
Yeah.
Oh, astonish me.
It's my new punk band.
'Tis unlike you to speak such indelicate words.
Is shortened down to a strumpy
If I understand you correctly, you have a lover, and you wish to know whether he has been sharing his tender favours with another woman.
Is it not this guy?
Did I not verily say so?
And now that we have at last fathomed your question, let us read the stars to fathom an answer.
The
has
jealousy
Mistress
runs deep.
Lover been unfaithful to her?
Conrad, this is very important and very serious.
Strumpy Humpy from now on. I'm only calling it that. Yeah.
Let me know how it goes.
Do you want to come back to my place for a little bit of Strumpy Humpy?
Okay, so I'm not saying that this phrase has come up at an opportune time for us, but need we revise writings of current existence?
Can you just send Kit a message that says Strumpy Humpy? No context.
I'm just gonna post it in the group chat.
All right. Mistress Allen's mind has been turned by jealousy and confusion. We're gonna totally gaslight her. Mistress Allen should be more optimistic about her romance with this man.
Maybe she's talking about us.
The consultation will provoke unexpected intimacies between me and and Avis.
See?
Ooh. So A to fuck some more.
Sounds good.
Get some more Strumpy Humpy down.
Yep.
Get some. Mistress Allen's lover is seeing a woman who is willing and able to marry him. He wishes to continue his family
legacy.
So
fuck you.
And
more than just feet.
Mistress Allen no longer pleases her lover. The spark has been lost. It represents a mature man, Avis's lover. This indicates creativity being reversed.
This is a creepy smiley face. Just.
Oh, hi!
Hey there! I heard y'all could use some more Strumpy Humpy.
I'm the god of Strumpy Humpy.
Oh, no.
You get a humpy, and you get a humpy, and you already strumpy.
How's the service to others, if you catch my meaning?
This represents a woman who is unable to please Avis. God damn, that one is just...
These are brutal.
Fellas, you ever tell the lady in your life that she's not pleasing her partner anymore and that she's got some other problems and...
well, the stars say that, not me.
Yeah, the stars say that you're not making me come. Excuse my language. Mistress Allen's lover wishes to father a child.
That is just a fucking 3 strike, huh? Fuck that. Ouchies.
We want that letter of recommendation, though.
We want more than just that letter of recommendation.
We want the Strumpy Humpy? Are we on Team Strumpy Humpy right now?
We're on Team Strumpy Humpy right now.
All right.
And also
even though there's
less
evidence in the stars for this one.
Listen. Shut up.
Most clear, madam. Your lover has not been coupling with another woman.
He has not.
Forsooth, the stars say that your mind has been turned by jealousy and confusion. Now, if there is nothing further, madam...
Oh, how relieved I am to hear you say this. Oh, Simon, what a fool I have been not to trust you.
Yeah.
See?
This lover, 'twas me all along.
You were not speaking of some other man?
I beseech you, pardon me, Simon. I had to know the truth from the stars, for I did hear tell of other women.
But how could you not see? No other woman is to me so dear, and verily is it not clear to you that I...
Do you verily, Simon?
Oh, my dear, sweet Avis.
Aww.
It's the Catholicism that I love so much. Coitus post consultatio.
Fuck yeah.
All right, but how close are we to that letter of recommendation?
We were like right there.
Fuck yeah.
Woohoo!
All right,
One
we
down.
can drop her like a rock now.
Wow.
Verily, it was very wrong of me to doubt him.
I do, verily indeed.
Ooh, is that a monkey?
Yes. Or it's a very small dog.
Peacock feathers. Are we gonna fuck her,
Tomorrow,
though?
madam, I humbly welcome you to my consulting chambers, and thank you for choosing my practice. Mistress...
Fortescue. Mistress Sybil Fortescue.
Well then, Mistress Fortescue, what may I assist you with this day?
Fun name.
I come
We
upon a
don't
most
have
troubling
cool
matter,
last
sir.
names anymore.
I
They're
know
all
not whether it is
gone.
a medical matter or something else.
I see. Pray
I
describe your trouble
diagnose you
to
with
me, madam.
baby.
Well, I suppose it all began with the dinner I
Diagnose
hosted at
you
my
with-
house
with
last
monkey.
even. Mayhap you have heard of my dinners, Dr. Foreman. They
This
are
guy.
much
Nah,
talked
dog.
about. Though I fear last evening's dinner will be talked about for all the wrong
Do you
reasons.
poison somebody?
Talked about, you say?
Yes, indeed, invitations to my dinners are
Yes.
much sought after, for I host the most desirable of guests, lords, bishops, poets, explorers, painters, and the
yes.
like. Why, last eve I hosted the famous Robert Lord Devereux, the playwright William Shakespeare, and the Bishop of London and his wife. As well as fascinating conversation, at my table I served the very latest and most original dishes. Last even, I served an exotic green vegetable called a portato. So crisp and refreshing. My dear husband sent them home to me from the New World. Doubtless you have heard of my husband, Captain Fortescue. He is a
Totally.
great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh.
I see. Your dinners do sound most excellent, Mistress Fortescue.
potatoes
But what
again.
occurred at last eve's dinner that has
Motherfucker.
you so distressed?
Well, in truth, 'twas after dinner. We all felt a strong desire to take some air, and so we left the table to take a turn in some pleasure gardens nearby. But then, as we were walking
Syphilis.
along the path, right in the middle of the gardens, in full public view,
Pray do not distress yourself, madam. Prithee, take your time.
my guests and I were, all of a sudden, stricken with pain. We began chundering and voiding from our... But there was nowhere to turn, you see. There were no bushes close by to shield our modesty. 'Twas unspeakable.
A
Jesus.
moment, madam, as I note this down. Abdominal pain and simultaneous upward and downward purging of a most sudden and violent nature. Now, let us see how these stars explain this most distressing and
You didn't
unsavory
cook the
event.
potatoes right. They're
What
not supposed to
troubled
be
Mistress
green,
Sybil Fortescue
stupid.
and her guests last
God.
eve?
Nah, it's bile.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here's a Taurus. Ruler of
A
the
chili
throat. Oh my god.
Conrad's vocal butter.
This suggests a severe imbalance of phlegm in the body. Has taken a chili cold.
Probably not.
Potato chili. You know what I'm saying? Sybil
Ew.
and her guests were troubled with evil digestion.
I love the idea of evil digestion so much.
The illness is temporary. That's probably the one. Miss Fortescue is troubled with wandering hands. This suggests the illness is chronic and it is neurosis, but it was all of them. I think we gotta go Virgo on this one.
Of course. You had digestion of the evil variety,
I
madam.
think you said the New World vegetables you dined upon were green in colour, did you not? And you described them as crisp and refreshing, I think. I take it then that you serve them to your guests green and raw?
Yes, indeed. Most of the potatoes my husband sent me were full, dull, and unhealthsome in appearance. Hence I served only the green ones. I had my cook cut them in such a way as to resemble roses. 'Tis the way I oft serve my apples.
Ah, then your trouble was a severe case of evil digestion. I have read that these vegetables can be noxious if they turn green.
Oh, my days! Do you mean I poisoned my guests?
In a manner of speaking, aye. But worry not, madam, for the suffering was but temporary.
But
Indeed,
temporary.
It does sound as if the bodies of your guests
Yeah.
were most comprehensively purged of the poison. However, in future, be sure to cook the potatoes until they are soft, and pray do not eat the ones that have turned green.
As God shall mend me, what a shameful affair this has been. I shall go home and, well, I shall write to my husband and ask that he includes cooking instructions with the next gift of food that he sends me. I thank ye and bid ye good day, Dr. Foreman.
Do you know the potatoes have a fruit?
Really?
Yeah, potato plants can have a fruit.
Oh.
It looks like a tomato.
Ew.
It's poisonous. Don't eat it.
But fruit.
But I have to. I have to eat it. Evil digestion.
But I wanna...
Ooh, dang. 45 in one go?
Nice. God, she's hitting on our dude too. What the fuck?
Wait, I can't scroll back. I don't think they let women sing at this point in history.
Good even, Miss
No,
Lanier.
that's a very good
What brings
point.
you?
I am come about my
I don't know when
future,
that was
Dr.
led.
Foreman. I wish to know whether I will find success as a writer of poems and plays.
I mean, I
You can
haven't
predict
heard of you,
futures, can you not?
so...
You, madam? A writer of poems and of plays? Forsooth, how verily remarkable.
Well, 'tis true most of us Bassanos and Laniers are musicians, but I have chosen a different path. I've lately begun a collaboration with a poet and playwright. Let us call him Mr. S.
Oh no!
Get
you
off
gotta steal your
Shakespeare's
shit.
dick.
Takes place in northern Italy, and as I am of Italian heritage, he has asked me to help him write it.
How
Is that
interesting.
Merchant of Verona?
And does this collaboration betwixt you go well?
Right well, or so methinks. Indeed, Mr. S did suggest that I am full talented as a writer. Be not afraid of greatness, he told me. For once our play opens upon the London stage, our success will follow, as night follows day.
I
Hour
see.
seems like a
Then
strong
what would you
word
have
here.
me ask the stars, madam?
Well, I've noted that Mr. S, although a brilliant man, is oft prone to exaggerated melodrama and implausible plot resolutions. I wish to know whether this story of his, of our future success, is true.
Very wise of you, madam. Then let us see whether your success or failure is writ in the stars. Will Mistress Amelia Lanier find fame and fortune as a writer?
No.
Oh. So...
Mistress Oh man, this is 4 things. If Mistress
wow.
Lanier maintains optimism, her ambitions will be realized. Not only will she be successful, her work will lead to transformative and surprising political changes.
Wow.
A writing partner work well together. House of business partners.
That is really specific. Oh.
More sensitive to the needs of her child. Madam, have you considered your womanly duties?
Oh,
And just...
bleh.
Blech. We've already once diagnosed you with a case of uppity. This house warns of legacy marred by deceit and jealousy.
Well...
This speaks of Mr. S indulging in creative theft.
Well...
We're doing it. You
We're
good
just
with it?
gonna ruin Shakespeare?
Fuck
Fuck it.
Shakespeare.
Alternate reality. It's happening right now.
The stars tell of a great deceit against you. They suggest that your collaboration with Mr. S puts you at risk of, let me see here, creative domination and theft. The result being that you will reap little from your collaboration with Mr. S, but feelings of bitterness and jealousy.
I cannot believe this of Mr. S. He is a right honourable man. I cannot believe such compelling insights into the human condition could be writ by such a knave as you describe.
Uh-oh.
To be sure, he does oft indulge in wordplay for its own sake, thus cheapening and unnecessarily prolonging a scene. But nay, he is not a bad man. I know you mean well, Dr. Foreman, but I believe your judgment of the stars must be wrong on this occasion.
Ooh, that's minuses.
Ouchies.
My advice a little ill. Oop. Well, we didn't lose much.
That's fine.
Mistress Davis Allen, the love of Foreman's life, how futile 'tis to fall for another man's wife.
Yeah, don't do that.
Good day to you,
That's
sir.
fine.
Good day to you, madam.
So,
What service may I perform
stars,
for you this day?
For me? None. None at all.
Verily. Then I cannot fathom why you...
'Twas my husband who bade me come, for he finds it difficult to speak of... As I say, he had me come in his stead, and I could think of no reason to give him for why I should not come.
I see. Then what is troubling your husband? Madam, I cannot treat a querent without knowing first what his troubles are.
He is unable to perform his marital duties.
I see. And whatever does that mean? Your husband forgets to put out the night soil? Some broken shelving he's neglected to fix?
What is
Pity,
night
madam,
soil?
I bid you be more
You know,
precise.
night gardening. You never
You know
night gardened
perfectly
before?
well what I mean, Simon. I bid you not drag this out any longer. Pray read the stars and let us get this over with.
As you wish, madam. Now, let us see. What ails Mr. Allen so as to render him unable to perform his marital obligations towards Mistress Allen?
Yeah, see, this is the sign of the bitch. Your husband's a punk, and...
The only solution is for him to fight me.
Yeah, night soil is le poop. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, alright. Mr. Allen suffers from a loss of carnal lust. This suggests a deficiency of blood. The illness will get worse before it gets better. Suggests a mild enchantment cast by a
ruler
witch.
ruler of the head, if you know what I mean.
That's got 3 things going for it. This one's also got 3 things. He's got a cold in the heart. Illness will be long-lasting. Disturbance of the mind. Suggests a mild imbalance of black bile. And this one's only got 1. It was a crick in the back causing him pain in the hips and making it difficult to perform duties around the house.
Well, he either doesn't love her anymore, or...
Are we breaking them up?
Yeah, dog, we love that bitch.
She's ours, our chosen Catholic. Suffers a cold in the heart. Well, it's one of those two. I don't know. Chat, you got any strong feelings here? I mean, I think we have to break them up.
Loveless marriage, or just not horny anymore.
You see, madam, he's just not that horny.
He's just not
But everyone's always horny. Yes, but sometimes people are not horny.
What?
But it's poop in buckets. Okay, yeah, we got that part though. I'm
But what are we
already.
doing?
Yeah. All right. I think we're saying he's not. I was put there during the night. Yeah, gotta wake.
He don't have enough blood in him. Is what a witch cursed him, and he doesn't have enough blood in him.
Your husband is suffering from a lack of sanguinity in the brain, which has resulted in a loss of carnal lust. According to my chart, there is little hope of remedy.
Verily, no hope at all.
Nay, I'm afraid
No hope at all?
Then Mr. Allen is not, cannot be a full husband to me. At least not in the full, true sense of being a husband.
Precisely so. And as a physician, it behoves me to observe how unnatural and lamentable it is that a wife be so neglected.
Oh, Simon.
Oh, my darling Avis.
Dang, dude, we're getting it.
Getting it with Avis.
Hell yeah.
We already got the letter from her. We don't need to coitus post consultatio.
We're doing great.
A dysfunction of the privy member. Okay. I shall say 100 Hail Marys before bed this even. Nay, 200.
Oh boy.
She's gonna get pregnant while he...
Oh.
He makes love without
Fuck yeah.
Avis is not his my lord.
But in love and war is fair. But in love and war is fair.
I love this.
It's very
so
good.
Obscenely immoral. Just...
Last even, 'twas like a dream. Never in my life have I felt so... Oh, my sweet Avis, 'tis true you are married, but surely a love as great as ours can transcend such earthly impediments. Dare I hope for... Nay, 'tis most unlikely. Or is it? Forsooth, there be no harm in asking the stars. Might Avis Allen one day be mine?
Yeah, if you kill her husband, let's go. Let's do a little bit of murder.
Loyalties lie with her family. That's only one thing.
That's bullshit.
Avis has betrayed her marriage vows. The damage has been wrought upon her marriage and cannot be undone. Her past cannot be erased.
True.
Ooh, that's 3. This advises optimism due to a reversal. This represents a change of direction due to death. It suggests a sudden change in direction. I may be optimistic, for Mr. Allen will suffer ill luck and die.
Okay, but what's C though? Because it's probably this one.
I am not seeing things clearly. If I knew the truth about our relationship, I would presently be with jealousy.
Yep.
Sun domicile in Leo. This represents the truth. Saturn in detriment in Leo. This advises jealousy. This indicates confusion. Is it murder? Avis is cunningly hiding a secret from me.
Well...
B or C?
I mean, B is he may die, which I feel like is still leaving your hopes up.
Yeah. Do you need a bucket, m'lady?
Even if she hasn't left him yet or whatever, we're still medical professionals trying to get our license, and we can't let ladies get in the way of that, you know?
So she's hiding something from us?
No. Maybe this dude will die with B. We're gonna keep high hopes, but it's not gonna stop us from...
Avis is one day to be widowed, which will, of course, be very tragical. But
very tragical.
After the grieving is done, we will marry. She will be Mistress Foreman. Mistress Avis Foreman.
Okay, I'm having regrets.
No letter recommendation from ourselves.
Stupid. Uh-oh.
It's Thomas Blogg.
Moment of truth.
They say Blag.
Blag.
Good day, Dean Blogg. Fare you well?
Most well indeed, and I will tell you why. The conquering cherub has lately returned home to England.
Ah, this being the voyage you did invest in.
Aye, and what a sound investment it was, for it has paid off most handsomely. The cherub's cargo of nutmeg and pepper will fetch a high price indeed. In sooth, as I recall, it was you who advised me on this investment, was it not? I thank ye heartily for it, sir.
I am glad to have been of service, Dean Blag.
Forsooth, my earnings have enabled me to make a substantial investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World.
Ah, methinks I've heard of this. 'Tis a quest to find the fabled lost city of gold, is it not? Or as the Spanish call it, El Dorado?
The very same. For it is said that El Dorado does lie deep within the rainforests of the southern parts of the New World, hiding vast quantities of gold and precious jewels. Hence, what I would have you tell me is, exactly how rich can I expect to be made from my investment?
I see.
For if I am to be made very rich, I am afeard that news of my fabulous wealth may cause some jealousy among the clergy. News travels fast around the diocese, and I think it wise to get ahead of it if I can.
Then let us consult the stars. What will become of Thomas Blag's investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's quest to find El Dorado?
You will get $0.
Ooh, we got a bunch here. Finances will bring him unhappiness.
Because you won't have any.
The expedition will encounter foreigners who are stubborn, confident, and led by instinct.
Well...
Yikes, dog. Blog's business partner will be met with violence, so probably A.
Probably A.
There's cause for pessimism and a surprising reversal to save the lives of children.
What?
Shows optimism in reverse, pessimism. This represents the inverse of death, life. Indicates a surprising reversal.
So...
So that he should give his money to children?
Maybe?
God rewards exploration.
Well...
Blog will be able to leave his children a legacy of fine things.
Probably not that one.
How about...
So I think B is saying he should not do that and invest in the lives of his future children, and A is... no.
But he's like a priest, isn't he?
Listen.
I'm doing A.
Priests are gambling.
I'm doing A.
I don't think that's allowed. Okay.
I have ill tidings for you, Dean Blag. Raleigh and his men have been set upon by a tribe of angry New World natives.
Angry natives? But surely the natives would greet us with much rejoicing. For do we not bring with us the gift of civilization?
Yikes.
Would they not crave freedom from their tyrannical chieftains and cruel pagan gods?
Well, it would seem these particular natives cannot be reasoned with, as they are led by instinct alone, and they will fight to the last man, as it is not in their nature to surrender with honor, as Christian men would.
Truly?
No.
But,
alas, I am afeard that Raleigh shall be forced to abandon his search for El Dorado, and your investment will come to naught.
I must own, sir, that I cannot share your uncharitable view of these savages. They may be heathens, but are they not still God's children? I will now take my leave, that you may engage in quiet reflection upon the spiritual dimensions of this question.
It's a little bit weird for me when British people are making jokes about how bad colonialism was.
So that part kind of sucked. Was not a fan of that.
Ruin him, ruin him, ruin him. Well, we didn't get a choice. He just wanted to know how wealthy he was going to become. Oh, he didn't like that, though. Well, he'll find out.
Deal with it. Let's get back to cool guy.
It's Fedaro. Wonder if he passed his stones.
He did while he was dancing.
Good morrow, sir, and well met.
Indeed, 'tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Aye, and I can see why you are come. Methinks you are not well, Signor. The colour of your face is quite alarming.
It is because I am losing the blood. The blood does drain away from my face, away down my body, and out of my...
You are bleeding from your fundament. How much have you been bleeding, and for how long?
Hold on.
Poco, not too much. It does come and go. Sometimes
Fundament?
blood, sometimes no blood. You stop the blood, see?
Mayhap I will, but first I must consult the stars to find a diagnosis. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
He bleeding. He's got his monthlies.
Is that his butt or his dick? His fundament?
I would assume it's the front butt.
The front. Cool. I'm just ejaculating all this blood. Signor Ferraro has hemorrhoids. Yeah, that's it. Which are swelling in the anus and rectum. Blind hemorrhoids cause pain, whereas open hemorrhoids are apt to bleed.
Scorpion, the sign of the ass.
The ruler of the privy member. And Taurus, the neck. Suffers from jaundice. A blockage in Signor Ferraro's neck has caused choler to pool in his head, turning his face yellow. We're going with...
He did say his face color was weird, though. At the beginning of the dialogue.
He's losing blood out of his butt.
Is he actually, or is he a fucking liar?
Alright, we're doing Taurus.
I am afeard you have jaundice, Signor. You must be purged of this excess of choler directly. I advise taking a hot bath, into which you must add an ounce of vinegar. Be sure to breathe deeply of the vapors that do arise from it.
Yes, I love breathing vapors.
Molto bene. I will take this bath that you advise. But what of the blood that is coming from out of my nethers?
Oh, worry not over that, Signor, for 'tis a most natural and healthsome process. Your body is merely attempting to purge itself of corrupted choleric blood, much the same as does occur in a woman's nethers each month. But a man has what are called hemorrhoids for this purpose.
Are you sure? That is your final answer?
Indeed it is. I do assure you, Signor, 'tis the very latest medical thinking on the subject of hemorrhoids.
From Cambridge.
You are welcome to procure a second opinion.
That's my guess.
I warrant you will find that most doctors in London will tell you the same.
Then Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day, Signor Foreman.
And we fucked up the last time by not diagnosing him based on the other thing.
Okay.
50 points.
This woman has a gift for words. If only she had riches words, they'd probably be much better words.
Oof.
Welp.
Did you see that?
Oh, hello.
See what, madam?
Your querent, Signor Ferraro, scuttling away from me like a frighted rabbit. What have I ever done to upset the man? All I did was wish him buongiorno as I passed him at the door.
Verily, Signor Ferraro's behaviour does sound full strange. But let us not think of him, but of the matter that brings you hither, Mistress Lanier. How do you fare?
I fare most well, in the main, for I'm happy to report that you were quite wrong in judging that collaboration with Mr. S would fare ill, for in sooth 'tis going exceeding well. Verily, Dr. Foreman, I would be right content with my lot at present if it were not for the trouble I am come about this day.
Pray, tell me of this trouble, madam.
I am being prowled. Oftentimes in the night I see him following me home. One time methinks I even caught him looking at me through my window. I would have you tell me who this prowling man might be.
A prowler? How very worrisome. Can you describe this man to me?
Nay, for 'tis always at night that I spy him, and I have always been too frighted for my eyes to linger upon him very long.
Then let us see what light the stars can shed upon the identity of this man who hides himself in darkness. Who is the man prowling Mistress Lanier?
Alright, we got Violent Husband.
Uh-oh.
Prowler hopes for a reversal of the ill luck he has had with Mistress Lanier. He harbors a misguided hope that she will perform her wifely duties and resume intimate relations with him. So, her husband is the one.
Yep.
Number 2. Mental confusion owing to her religious beliefs. She also harbors an unjustified level of mistrust towards prospective romantic partners. Maybe you should hear him out, though. He seems determined. Read the stars by selecting the highlighted sections in the sky. The Prowler harbors undeclared feelings for Mistress Lanier.
Ah, yes, the House of Secrets.
Prowler is a man of authority and a master of wit. Mistress Lanier considers him a friend.
Shakespeare wants to make out with you, girl.
Are we doing A or C?
C, dog.
That's me.
The stars suggest that your Prowler is a man with a talent for wit. A man who secretly harbors amorous feelings towards you. Does that sound like anyone you know?
It's probably the husband, though.
Dr. Foreman, I find your question most illogical. I cannot know of a man who harbours secret feelings for me, for indeed, if I were to know of them, the feelings would not be secret.
You know what I meant.
Well, let me put it another way. Your friend, Mr. S., is the keen-witted man who furtively admires you. He is your Prowler, madam.
Mr. S. is my Prowler, you say?
Mr.
Dr.
J.
Foreman, what is in you? For indeed, 'tis not the first time you have cast shade upon the character of Mr. S. I bid you, sir,
know him
check
better
the stars
than
again.
you know.
Is it not the most likely explanation, though, madam?
I assure you there is nothing likely about the unique relationship betwixt me and Mr. S. Indeed, he has too much respect for my literary mind to use me so ill. His is a noble intellect that allows him to soar above the baser instincts of lesser men.
I don't think we're gonna get
if you
a
will
letter
not
of recommendation
judge the
from
stars
her.
again for me, I will bid you good day, Dr. Foreman.
Well, until it all comes true and
And then she's like 1,000.
Yeah, we have like 2 more with her.
Oh boy.
Hear ye, hear ye!
Uh-oh.
Sir Walter Raleigh fails to find legendary Treasure City. Rumours say next Raleigh voyage is to Pot of Gold at End of Rainbow. Hear ye!
Reports have lately come in that the Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World in search of El Dorado has been a colossal cluster fail. Despite Raleigh's assurances to the Queen that he would return with gold raided from the legendary city, it is said that Raleigh's ship bring back naught but potatoes. Experts predict Her Majesty's reaction to be somewhat testy.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Well, if I cared what you thought,
I know you do a little bit.
I like the stretching balloon sound in here.
Well, you would. I've heard Balance Mansion. I know what's up. I know what you're into. You freak.
She offers sympathy.
What is she for others have?
Especially when they're born of wealth. Here comes the earth. So kind-hearted is she.
Right, we said her husband was going to die.
Good day to you, Mistress Sharp.
Good day, Dr. Foreman. But I am Mistress Delamere now.
Oh.
Mistress Delamere? But as I recall from my case notes... let me see now. 'Twas 3 years past. Aye, were you not hoping to marry a man named George Middleton?
Oh, yes. I did marry Mr. Middleton. For though I did tell my family what you said about his condition of the heart, they quite insisted that I marry him. And truly, they were full wrong to do so, for just as you predicted, Mr. Middleton did verily die of this cardiac passion, mere months after we were wed.
So
but
soon.
The money.
How very tragical.
I blame the Scotsman who took to playing his bagpipes below our bedroom window at odd hours of the day and night. Such a
That'll do
bothersome
it.
man. Betwixt him and the vipers Mr. Middleton discovered one morning nesting in his undergarments, I fear 'twas all too much for his poor, weak heart.
You know.
There, there, my dear lady. How distressing your late husband's death must have been for you.
Aye, indeed, Dr. Foreman, so much so that my friends urged me to marry again, lest I die of grief.
Man.
But now that I am once more a wife, I would not wish to be widowed anew. And John Delamere, my present husband, is also an older man.
Girl, you are making
Dr.
money.
You must tell me whether there be any illness he has, whether there be anything I might do to save my dear sweet husband from an early death.
Or bring it about.
So the only way to save him is to take
Mr.
this
John Delamere
knife
troubled with any condition that
and
may
put it
cause him to
in
die?
his inner thigh very strongly.
Cardiac passion has been bewitched.
A quinsy.
Is troubled with quinsy, a condition characterized by soreness in the throat.
So this one's just like super up in the air, huh?
How about we got two here. So bewitched, witchcraft.
But it's possibility of death.
Yeah, that's what she wants.
She doesn't want that. Her family wants that. Fuck it.
Witchcraft.
Mistress Delamere, the news is very grave. The stars tell of your husband being under the spell of a witch.
With a
No
spell.
woman in your husband's circle suspected of being a witch. A disgruntled sister left penniless by feudal inheritance laws, perchance? Mayhap a local cat enthusiast, or a Scottish neighbour.
Nay, as true as I live, sir, I do not. But I will be sure to make inquiries. Good day,
Hey,
Dr.
are you
Foreman.
a witch?
What if she is a witch?
We're gonna get her hanged.
Thing is, we didn't fuck her. That's not on the bottom of the list here, so. Ooh,
She hated that.
we're fucking up, dog.
She will oft boast. She loves to entertain. Oh, how she does try, her dinners go awry. And in tears and shame.
Good morrow, Mistress Fortescue. How may I help you this day?
I did lately experience feelings of a most strange and disturbing nature, for which I desire an explanation.
I see. Prithee describe these feelings to me, madam. When did they occur?
Last eve, at a dinner party hosted by my dear friend Mistress Emma Delamere. All was well at first, but soon after my arrival I was stricken with a kind of madness.
Madness, you say?
Yes, moments during which I found myself overcome with feelings of mirth, laughing most immoderately at the dullest of remarks made by other guests. At other times, I felt an unnatural fascination with the shape of the candelabra in the table centerpiece.
Is it marijuana?
And all the while, I was so
She
ravenous
got
with
fucking
hunger,
high.
I quite
Yeah.
absent-mindedly ate all the sweetmeats at my end of the table. I fear
My mouth
rapaciousness
was so
did not
dry.
escape the notice of guests seated beside me.
My eyes were
Such
red.
an immoderate appetite is out of character for you, I take it. It could not
No,
have merely
I
been
always
occasioned
eat
by
like this.
anxious passions?
Why, nay, Dr. Foreman. Forsooth, I ought to have been very calm last eve, for I did spend the afternoon inhaling the fumes of an aromatic oil.
There you go.
A gift from my sweet husband, sent back from his explorations
Girl,
in the
your
Near
husband
East.
got you
I
high.
did mention my husband, Captain Henry Fortescue, before, I think. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh. Oh, Henry and Sir Walter find the oil most relaxing, so he tells me.
Yet you were not so very relaxed last eve, I take it.
No, not in the least. For I fear a capricious spell was cast upon me. Over the course of the evening, I developed the strongest intuition that malignant forces were present in the room,
And then she got
and that I
paranoid.
had been bewitched. Could it be true, Dr. Foreman? Might a witch have cast a spell on me?
That is something we shall have to ask the stars, madam. Let us see. What was it that afflicted Mistress Sybil Fortescue last eve at dinner?
I thought that cannabis grew pretty much everywhere in nature.
But this is oil from the east.
Okay.
Not just the leaves.
Melancholy condition characterized.
Fuck that, you were high as shit, girl.
No. Bewitched. Illness is temporary. Witchcraft. Possibility of death.
Don't.
From smoke inhalation. The condition is chronic. Suggests an altered mental state.
Now, madam, the oil your husband sent you. This was the first time you did inhale its fumes, methinks.
Yes, the shipment of gifts
She's
for my
doing
husband
dabs.
did only lately arrive.
Oh, shit.
Then I think we have your answer. I have read some interesting tales of such oils and herbs of the Near East. 'Tis said they occasion certain temperaments. To wit, an excessive sanguinity, which will have caused the immoderate laughter and increased appetite. They can also provoke a narrowing of the mind, which would explain your temporary fascination with the candelabra. And I believe the fumes of this oil may also have been responsible for the notion that you have been bewitched.
Looking at the
And
Earth
the
through
men
a
of the Near East
telescope.
gain pleasure from this oil? They would render themselves foolish on purpose.
Aye, indeed. Foreigners have many strange customs and desires that we cannot hope to understand.
How fascinating! I thank you for this explanation, sir.
Gonna go
Indeed, 'twill
use
make for
this
a
on
most
my next
diverting tale
party.
with which to regale guests at my next dinner. God give you good morrow, Dr. Foreman.
Let's turn the page.
Come on.
No fucking, though. Ooh,
Fuck.
almost there.
We have to get 8 of these bad boys.
Or will Mistress Allen slap him round the head?
Oh,
Good
just the
day,
2
Mistress
lines.
Allen. What brings you
It's
this
not
day?
Mistress Allen anymore.
Dear lady, you tremble like a leaf on an autumn day.
Aye, for I am most affrighted. But Mr. Allen says he thinks I worry over naught. So I am come to you, for methinks you would. Perchance you may help me.
By my troth, Pray tell me of this evil that affrightens you, madam, and I shall do all in my power to protect you from it.
Yes, evil. Oh, indeed, 'tis the very word for it. I have seen a dark figure prowling outside our house in the night, and once I saw him spying through my window. Who is he? What does he want from me? What am I to do?
I see. And you do not recognize his face or any other particulars? The colour of his hair, for instance?
It's Shakespeare.
Nay, but it's always so
Yeah,
dark.
it's Shakespeare again.
But by his silhouette, I can tell he is a bony, scrawny
damn it,
little
Shakespeare.
man.
Is he verily? But your husband thinks 'tis naught to worry over, you say?
Aye, he says the man is doubtless naught but a poor travelling tinker who is merely taking shelter in our garden. 'Twould explain why his figure is so slight, to be sure, but what if he is not a tinker? What if his purpose is more sinister?
Aye, indeed. Then let us consult the stars. Who is the man prowling outside the Allen's house in the night, and what is his purpose?
You. Stop being a creep.
Yeah. It us. Avis is mine. She must rein in her behavior.
Wow.
Not only does Avis have a deceptive nature, she's obsessed with romance and has a preference for younger
This is
men.
just the worst one, huh?
Avis risks being punished by God for her frequent comings and goings from her house.
Wow, wow, wow.
The Prowler is a mature, intelligent man who is a secret enemy of the Allens.
Ooh.
The intimate relationship between Avis and I is changing. Uh-oh.
It's, I mean, you gotta do that one.
He's their enemy now. That one?
You gotta do that one.
The stars suggest the Prowler is a secret foe of your husband. Does Mr. Allen have any gambling debts, perchance?
Hold. Methinks I see it now.
Uh-oh.
Tis you! The Prowler, tis you!
Oh, you got me.
How now, madam? What an outlandish notion.
So you would deny it? That you have prowled and spied upon me these last months?
Prithee, Avis, you've got it all.
I will not have it. I am not a thing to be owned. I'm not one of your prized possessions.
I prithee, madam, put that down.
No, our letter.
Fie, madam.
Okay.
That was a priceless Venetian vase.
Still got the letter, though.
That's what matters.
Who is this man who has earned such a claim?
Oh, is this Shakespeare? Oh no.
His name's come up, but I don't remember who said it.
He was the one looking for El Dorado, right?
Was he?
Good day, sir. How may I? By Jupiter! Can it be true? Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, Lord of Her Majesty's Privy Council, a hero of the Battle of Cadiz.
Privy Council?
Prithee, calm yourself, Sirrah. Pray, treat me just as you would any other querent.
Of course, as it pleases your lordship. But may I say, what a great privilege it is to... may I offer you a...
You are the man who had some success treating the plague some years past, are you not?
Oh, indeed, my lord. You are very well informed. My strong water did save many a Londoner from a most lamentable death.
Then perchance you might have some cunning cure for me as well. For since I am returned to England upon having resolved that small matter in Spain, I find myself afflicted with the most vexing ailment.
Spanish flu.
Oh, but your most glorious capture of the Spanish city of Cadiz was no small matter, my lord. All England talks of nothing else. Why, pamphlets recounting your heroic exploits are sold on every street corner in London.
Frick.
Mayhap they are. I know nothing
You
of
do
them.
need a rebound.
My single-handed victory against the King of Spain was but a trifling affair, and the least I could do for my queen and a grateful nation. But I fear vast riches in the hearts of many a Spanish beauty were not the only things I did capture while I was there.
What else did you capture in Spain, my lord?
Syphilis or
I fear I
Spanish
do not
flu,
grasp
calling you
your
now.
meaning.
Spanish
If you would
flu isn't
kindly
the thing.
Show me where upon your body
Shut
you
up.
Ah.
What am I
As you
thinking
see, this Spanish disease I caught has me oozing a most disagreeable substance.
Methinks I have a fair idea of the nature of your affliction, but I must confirm the judgment with a reading of the stars. Let us see, what disease troubles Robert Lord Devereux, the Earl of Essex?
Gonorrhea, which literally translates to dripping dick.
Oh. The Spanish flu was a thing, but it wasn't until 1918.
Yeah, but it wasn't in Spain. Like, that was propaganda. Okay.
I'm aware now.
Robert Devereux is troubled with love. This suggests the illness will be long-lasting. Illness is curable. Love is curable. Ooh, damn.
Oh, yes.
Evil digestion. There's 4 things, but it's probably syphilis, right? Or gonorrhea.
It's deaf syphilis / gonorrhea.
Narcissism, mild imbalance of phlegm, black bile, yellow bile. We're going with gonorrhea.
Yay.
You have gonorrhea, my lord. 'Tis a condition provoked by an increase in intimate activities.
Too much strumpy-humpy, eh? Well, it's true that since news of my victory got about, every wench from Southwark to Shoreditch wants a piece of my action, as it were. And how may this gonorrhea be cured?
The most effective method is lead plate therapy. Usually this requires a man to lie in bed for many hours with a leaden plate positioned upon his privy parts, thus allowing the lead to impart its healing properties to the affected member. But, of course, men such as your lordship have no time to lie around in bed, which is why... Let me just fetch it from my cabinet.
Strong
Which is why I invented this.
And that is what? Some sort of wonder job, like the ones old men used to wear?
Precisely so, my lord. 'Tis a codpiece that I had a blacksmith fashion out
Oh, I
of lead.
see.
I invite your lordship to wear it under your breeches so that the lead may remain in contact with your privy member at all times. Indeed, until you are cured.
How very droll this is. Verily, how old-fashioned. I will appear as hung as old King Henry Tudor. Mayhap I just wear it in my chambers.
Good day, and please come again. If you need anything at all, I am at your service.
Does your body fight off gonorrhea after a while?
I don't know.
So I know syphilis can fuck you up real bad if you don't get it treated.
Syphilis will wreck your life.
Gonorrhea. Ooh.
Damn!
70 in one go. Though if I were going to go about Whitehall Palace wearing a Wonder Chub, perchance it would revive the fashion for codpieces. Yeah, I know it's treated with antibiotics, but I just don't know if you can clear it on your own. You did this.
Avis,
I did
did not expect to see you this
Right.
evening. Do you bring news?
Aye, some very good news. At least if you confirm it for me. Methinks I am with child.
Oh, how very wonderful. And
Yay.
Have you any idea of who might?
Aye, verily, with child. But I dare not to. Forsooth, what if it be naught but false hope?
Then let us ask the stars without delay. Is Mistress Avis Allen verily with child?
Evil angels are confusing Mistress Allen. Within a few months it will become clear that she is not with child. Mistress Allen is aging. This decreases her chance of being with child. I should feel optimistic about the relationship between Avis and me. Mistress Allen is untrustworthy and creative when it comes to her marital duties. Mistress Allen's family thinks she is lazy.
Wow. Really piling them on up and just.
Mistress Allen is with child, but it will die, for she will experience some sudden bad luck, a miscarriage. The father of Mistress Allen's unborn child is a strong young man that she is romantically involved with.
Wow. I heard you got unborn children over here now, too.
Hi!
I'm evil now.
Ooh. I just feel like this one's a lot, and I think that's kind of funny.
I mean, I made the last couple calls.
We're going with this one because it doesn't involve miscarriage.
I am sorry to tell you, Avis. You are not with child this time.
Nay, verily.
I am feared so.
But why?
Why are you so plump at present? Well, you're not as young as you once were, but with a trifle more exertion around the house.
First you tell me I'm not with child, and then you call me a plump, lazy old woman.
Welp.
'Tis not I, 'tis the stars. I have no control over.
Oh, how could you speak such? Oh, why must you insult me so? What new imagined sin did I commit that you would punish me for now?
By my troth, 'twas never my intention to insult you, Avis. But I see I have vexed you. Pray forgive me, Avis.
Fret not, Simon. In truth, I know you mean no harm. Methinks 'tis that such disappointment is hard to bear. I did so wish it to be true, that you and I were to have a child.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. We already got the letter.
Yay.
Rich but not satisfied, mayhap you have not tried this one weird trick for display. By herbs and confections to boost your complexion. Pass idle hours tending to your health.
Nicholas Mugg.
What's up?
Good evening, sir. Who do I have the pleasure of welcoming to my chambers this day?
Nicholas Muggs, proprietor of Muggs Rugs down on Silver Street.
Ah, the wig makers. You supply wigs to players, do you not? I have heard tell of your fine work from some of my playhouse querents.
I thank ye for your kindness, sir. I do hear you are very skilled at your trade also. For are you not the curer of the plague of 92? Forsooth, I do hope you may cure me as well. For though I do not think I have the plague, whatever I have is doubtless most grave.
Coronavirus.
No matter what my wife thinks.
No.
And what is it your wife thinks?
It be her mind that I have taken naught but a chilly cold in the head. But 'tis not so, Dr. Foreman, for I ache all over. My throat is grown sore, and I cough day and night.
Regular flu.
Day and night, you say?
Aye, verily.
I see. Then let us consult the stars. What does ail Nicholas Mugg?
Wow. Speedrun. Mugg is troubled with hypochondria, possibly induced by witchcraft. This condition could one day prove fatal. Mugg is taking a cold in the head, the symptoms of which include a cough, short-windedness, a hoarse throat, and a pain throughout the body. Cardiac passion. I don't know, this one's got, like, what was it, three things. I don't know if any of this matters. I mean, I know in reality it doesn't, but in the game I'm not sure. Well, if we want him to like us, though...
Agree with his wife.
Then we should probably do the cardiac passion, if he is a hypochondriac.
Listen, we're a medical professional, and I will not tolerate lying to our patients, Conrad.
Cold?
We swore an oath when we didn't go to medical school.
To do no parm on our pizza. Do you want... which one do you want?
I did not swear that oath, sir.
To do no farm.
Just agree with his fucking wife.
Taurus.
Coffee make cough pants.
I am pleased to say that your wife is correct, and you have little to worry over. You have what we doctors call frigidus ad hominem, or as it is more commonly known, a man cold.
Oh, as long as it's a man one.
A man cold, you say?
Aye, it is a cold in the head, suffered uniquely by those of the male sex.
Oh, I see.
And although it be a minor affliction, the suffering can be very great.
To be fair.
A minor affliction, you say? That cannot be right. I bid you check the stars again, sir. For see how ill I am, and my throat grows so hoarse I can hardly speak.
I think the trouble in your throat may be occasioned by overuse. Perhaps you might try discoursing less.
Well,
Shut the fuck
I think
up.
you ought to know that I will be seeking a second opinion.
As you will, sir. Good day.
Well, we can't lose influence with him when we had 0 to start with.
Exactly.
Oh, well, apparently we had some to start with.
Nah, it's fine. Listen. I have had to take care of 1 or 2 boy people in my day, and them getting colds was arguably the worst. It's just terrible. Some interesting resolution.
Good day, my lord. How may I do you service?
We can't fuck this
Would
up.
it pertain to some thrilling adventure upon which you may soon be embarking?
Indeed it does. Sir Walter Raleigh and I did recently come across some intelligence concerning a fleet of Spanish ships that will soon be sailing home from the New World, bearing a goodly cargo of gold. Raleigh and I plan to borrow the royal fleet, which we will use to intercept the ships and seize the treasure.
Huzzah! But, borrow the Royal Navy, you say?
Aye, only temporarily, of course. The Queen will hardly know her ships are gone. Indeed, when we return them to her bearing a handsome prize of Spanish gold, she will doubtless forgive our failure to file the correct paperwork and whatnot.
Doubtless. And how may I assist your lordship in this glorious endeavour?
Well, in order to intercept the Spanish fleet, we must know which route it is planning to take. One possibility is that it returns to Spain, having retrieved the gold from the New World's southern continent. The other possibility, and this is the one Sir Walter thinks most likely, is that the gold has already been transported by conquistadors from the southern continent up to Havana, and the ships are to fetch it from there.
Then let us see whether the stars can tell us upon which route the treasure ships may be intercepted on their return to Spain from the New World. Will they be sailing from the southern continent or from the Spanish colony of Havana?
Mars domicile in Aries, this suggests victory. Pluto represents death. Uranus, this indicates a sudden change of fortune. Through the conquering of foreign peoples, the King of Spain is establishing a fine cultural legacy for future generations. The Sun, that's a whole bunch of stuff.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
By conquering and killing its owners. Spanish sailors hides a shameful secret that relates to a lack of self-control. Devereux should trust his friend Raleigh's instincts. Women factor into Spaniards' travel plans.
Well.
This one had like 4 things on it.
Conrad, I don't know if the things mean anything.
Alright, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, though?
I feel like women always come into play in everything because people are stupid.
It's true, I am stupid.
You are stupid. I think it's B.
Turns out that I don't actually care.
Stars are of the same mind as your friend
really
Sir Walter Raleigh. Now, for regardless of where the Spaniards load their ships with gold, they will stop at the port of Havana. It seems the Spanish sailors will be unable to calm their carnal desires.
Excellent, excellent. But where are we to intercept them? Pray, give me the precise day, latitude, and longitude.
I see.
Certainly, my lord. But divining nautical coordinates is a somewhat lengthy and complex process. If your lordship would kindly return in an hour or so...
Quickly, sir! I have not the time to bide here all day.
Well then, let me see now. Taking into account the position of Jupiter, divide by 3, carry the 1. Yes. The Spanish treasure ships may be intercepted upon the 15th day of October at a latitude of 9 and 40 degrees north and 5 and 20 degrees west, or thereabouts. That said, however, I cannot promise you that...
Excellent. Raleigh and I shall sail to this very spot. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Godspeed, my lord.
We're going to be like 5 short of the letter of recommendation.
Come on.
We got 10 points. We got 10 points.
We have to get 8 of these. We only have 1. This is impossible.
I have to take a quick break if you don't mind. Brianna, would you mind entertaining the chat?
I will entertain the chat.
If you would be so kind.
I would not, but I will entertain the chat.
I said be kind.
No. And with that thud of the microphone, I'm going to assume Conrad has left. Hi. I'm just chilling. Just, you know, really flexing my medical muscles in this, like, really hard. Like, I'm still confident in my abilities, but there have been some times where maybe I've second-guessed myself, but, like, I think that's something that happens fairly often in the medical practice. Because, like, once you say that something is a thing with 100% confidence, then what happens if it's wrong? And you're like, no, it was this thing, and I'm gonna stand by that. I feel like second-guessing is probably fine. Okay. What do the stars say about blast future? Let me become one with the elements real quick. I see. The stars say that you will continue to have many day and night cycles here on Earth, which could be positive, could be negative, depending on your mentality. But I see positive change through terrible hardship, but things are gonna work out. and things will be great. It's my official medical opinion.
Damn.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Just dropping some really good medical advice.
All right, Alice Blog. Adjusting my belt one more time.
Gross.
Very, very attractive of me, I know. Conrad, did I wash my hands? I did wash my hands.
Oh, okay. Good. I hope so.
Alright.
Good evening to you, madam. How might I...
Hi. Pray go tell your master, Mr. Foreman, that Mistress Alice Blagg is come to see him.
Mistress Blagg. It is I, Dr. Simon Foreman, at your service. And what an honour it is to welcome the wife of the Dean of Rochester to my humble practice. To whom do I owe my thanks for having recommended you to my care?
Well, I will not lie. You owe your thanks to nobody. For folk do tell me that you are not a real doctor, but a quack, who does conjure demons and dabbles most unlawfully in the dark arts.
You said it was witchcraft.
I do assure you, madam, that whatever you may have heard, I am
Yea, do not quibble, sir. If I did seek the counsel of a doctor who has one of those fancy medical degrees, or the kind of high-bred know-it-all who does see fit to judge a woman and vex her most cruelly, I would have gone elsewhere.
Diagnose you with
But truth be told, I have need of such a man as you, for I have been bewitched by a witch.
Oh.
I see.
Yea, a loathsome spell has been cast upon me. It does cause me to awaken in the morning with a most terrible pain in my head. A pain so wretched it does have me chundering into my chamber pot.
Pain in the head and involuntary purging. And what leads you to believe your suffering is occasioned by witchcraft?
Well, the timing is most unnatural. My troubles do occur every Saturday morning without fail. I suspect the doings of our new neighbour, the widow McDoon. As well as being Scottish, she does possess several cats.
She's probably drinking.
Several cats, you say?
One or two of which I may have kicked.
Well,
and now she has seen fit to take revenge upon me with her dark, foreign magic.
Indeed. Scotland is well known for the powerful black witchcraft practiced by its womenfolk. But as compelling as this evidence may be, my practice does draw upon the latest scientifical arts.
Of course.
To diagnose your condition, I must first perform a rigorous astronomical analysis. So, let us see now, what do the stars say is the cause of your Saturday morning suffering?
I diagnose you with hangover.
Noxious food or drink. This means the condition is chronic, represents black bile. Severe addiction.
Addiction.
She is with child.
I diagnose you with Friday night, Saturday morning child.
You have Saturday, baby. Bewitched. This suggests a mild enchantment cast by a witch. Illness will get worse before it gets better. I think if we want the points, we gotta do the bewitched and not give her a hard time about her drinking.
Well, maybe she shouldn't be drinking so much.
We're going with mine.
Oh, no.
I want to win this game.
Don't sell me out, Conrad.
Your feminine instincts serve you well, Mistress Bligh. Witchcraft is indeed the cause of your suffering. But happily, it is but a weak enchantment. A moment, madam, while I consult my medical reference.
You're gonna have to, like, kill
Let
her
me
cats.
see now. Warts, wasting of the hands, water on the brain, witchcraft. Aye, lifting the spell will be quite simple. First, you must wait for the witch to enter her house. Then you must climb up onto the roof and pull out a handful of thatched straw from above the door. And then take the aforementioned straw home with you and burn it. Huh.
So Mistress McDoon verily is a witch.
See, she
well,
liked
upon
that.
my honour, I did know it. That spiteful ginger-wicked she-devil. The next time I do see that woman's cats in my garden, I will kick those mangy beasts from here to the very moon.
We're trying to get recommendations. Let's see how many points we just got. How many points did I get us, though? I got us 20 points.
Nothing. Was it worth it? Was it fucking worth it?
Yes.
Beware conspirations, plots, and machinations, the schemes of big physics to sell you their wares. Their cures do us violence, but they call it science. They mock our beliefs and belittle our fears.
Ah, well met, Mr. Mugg. How fare you since our first consultation?
It seems as you were right. Though I was, in sooth, much troubled with the vile disease of, what did you say it was? Fudgipus and Honeyman. I did not die.
Frigidus ad hominem. I am most glad to hear it, sir. Indeed, you do look well.
Well? Mayhap I look well now, but 'twill not be for long. I have been poisoned.
Poisoned? By the saints! Who is the author of this foul deed?
My friend George Sprottle, the bookbinder. I did dine with him not 2 hours ago.
Ah, I see. A bout of evil digestion.
God, I
Pray tell,
love that phrase.
Was there turned meat or some such at table?
Nay, not meat. 'Twas a pie full of cherries. I had a bite of it afore I knew what I was eating.
Cherries, you say?
Aye, cherries. And this after I took particular care to give Mistress Sprottle a list of foods I must not eat. I added cherries to the list when I did hear that the Countess of Devonshire has declared against their noxious qualities.
The Countess of Devonshire, you say? Noxious qualities, indeed. And now your symptoms, Mr. Mugg. Had you any reaction after eating these
My
cherries?
tom-tom
My
hurts.
reaction?
Ouchies! In my tom-tom!
I know you what Mr. Sprottle did then, Dr. Foreman.
Nay, but pray tell.
He did laugh at me. He even called me a dinner-ralphing fusspot. Fie, I may soon be in the grave,
aunt.
thanks to George. Will he still be laughing then?
Well, let us not speculate, shall we, Mr. Mugg? Now, let us see what the stars may tell us. What ails Nicholas Mugg?
Get into
You're
it.
fine.
Suffering from cherry poisoning. Indicates imbalance of bile. Occasioned by
Splenetic?
rancors. We're going with cherry poisoning because that's what he wants to hear.
No, Conrad.
Okay, which one do you
we
want?
We told this one because the last time we told him what it actually was, and then he went, "You were right. Here's a billion points."
Having ignored your alimentary demands, these feelings have caused your spleen to produce ill humours, which you are presently venting in the form of bilious anger. Hence, it will quickly pass.
I see. But what of the cherries I ate?
Cherries are perfectly safe to eat. Truly, Mr. Mugg, you must abandon these absurd and superstitious notions about the evils of particular fruits and vegetables.
Must I?
Aye. With the exception of onions, of course. For onions do render a man susceptible to the plague.
Onions, verily. I thank you for the warning, Dr. Foreman. I shall add onions to my list.
Do love me some onions.
Up to 40. Alright, come on.
Billy Stanger's pretty good wrestling.
You gotta spell it. Billy.
William! There you are. Did Mistress Allen call whilst I was out this day?
God damn it, dude.
We're not gonna see him?
About that, are you?
No.
I see. I cannot understand it. Why has Avis not come these past weeks? Does she no longer wish to see me?
Who cares? We got the letter.
What do the stars say?
I've been deprived of tender favors of late, but my fortune seems to be reversing. I expect to see Avis again soon. Mistress Allen's reluctance to see me is but the legacy of my unpleasant manner towards her in the past, provoked by my suspicious fancies. Okay, that one's probably fine. Avis feels that she has treated her husband carelessly.
Okay.
It was cruel of Avis to allow me to hope that we would one day to be together. If it is only self-constraint and a sense of duty towards her husband that keeps Avis from calling on me.
So...
Avis's feelings cannot be trusted. She harbors romantic feelings towards another man. Avis does not know who has fathered the child she carries. Well, we told her she wasn't carrying one. How about this one? Where, like, we were a dick. We're acknowledging that we were a dick, maybe?
Okay.
Does that seem...
Do it.
The other option is... like, it's just her husband.
I'm worried that one's gonna go into husband murder.
Husbandicide?
Yeah. That's it.
So, 'tis the madness of my love that keeps Avis away. My jealous passions and accusations have vexed her, mayhap even caused her fright. When she comes to see me again, for she surely will, by and by, I must remember to be kinder to her, to not plague her with my suspicions. And until Avis does return, well, there are other women in the world, are there not?
Dang.
Okay. Jeez. Oh, whoa. What?
See? You see?
Sir, I must inform you, the judgment that my neighbor Molly McDoon is a witch was very wrong. You instructed me to retrieve a handful of straw from her roof and burn it to lift the spell she cast upon me, but as I was doing so, I happened to disturb a cat that had been sleeping there. The fright this occasioned me, and said cat caused us both to cry out and fall to the ground, bringing Mistress McDoon out of her house, demanding explanation. Thereupon I did confess I thought her a witch. At first she was full vexed, but when I told her of my Saturday morning sufferings, she took to laughing most riotously. She did then call me a dozy wee lass, and fetched me a bottle of special tonic, the Scots take in the morning after having much caroused on brown liquor. And having now relied upon this tonic for some weeks past, I can attest that it was not you, but Molly McDoon, who did cure me of my illness. I bid you think on that, Mr. Foreman. Your queerance, Alice blog.
Interesting. Interesting conclusion, if I may say so myself.
Well, then I'm starting to feel like I don't have any control, because regardless of what we do, people either like hate it or love it, you know, whether we're okay.
Conrad?
Yes.
Listen, it's not about them. It's about your own internal sense of morality, my dude.
I was just hoping to...
Oh, hold on a second.
Jesus Christ. Because we keep getting in trouble with her, so unless she's about to go, you know, Billy Shakes just fucked me over, we're not getting any points with her.
Mistress Lanier, much time has passed since I last saw you. How do you fare?
In truth, not well, Dr. Foreman, not well at all.
Then I am full sorry for it, madam. Pray, tell me what manner of ill has befallen you.
First, I must beseech your pardon, sir. For methinks Mr. S
Fuck
may
yeah.
verily be
Only 85? Only 85?
Think nothing of it, madam. But what has made you change your mind about him?
I have been publicly humiliated. Mr. S has been circulating a collection of insulting sonnets about an unnamed dark lady, and all of London thinks this dark lady is me.
Well, your complexion is rather, that is to
I
say...
am described as having foul breath and black wires for hair. Though methinks the very worst line is the one that tells of a gross body rising at the utterance of my name. And I cannot abide illusions, Dr. Foreman. If Mr. S wishes to reference bodily levitation and other such cheap stage magic, he would do well to leave my name out of it. My interest is in the dramatic arts, not fairground attractions.
I am not sure that is quite his meaning.
Dr. Foreman, you know of Mr. William Shakespeare, then? Do not tell me you have read the sonnets.
Well, I own that I have. But as you did remark, madam, all of London has read them.
Oh, well, I am undone. My professional reputation is now utterly spoiled, for now the whole world will look upon me as naught but Mr. Shakespeare's fancy wench. No longer will they judge me on my own merits.
Let us hope it is not as grave as that, madam. Have you discoursed upon the matter with him?
Nay, I dare not confront him about it. For we are almost at an end with our work on a play, and I dare not risk it not being staged.
Then let us see what the stars advise. What may Mistress Lanier do to restore her professional reputation?
Well, Mistress Lanier harbors secret thoughts of adultery which relate somehow to her intellect and her feelings of dissatisfaction. Mistress Lanier is ignorant of her romantic feelings, and this must be reversed. Mistress Lanier should abandon her career ambitions and revert to her true vocation, bringing forth new life. She should have another child.
No.
Mistress Lanier is confused about her feelings for me? How interesting.
Wow. Oh my god.
God will help Mistress Lanier if she exercises constraint and discipline. Can we smash, though?
Please, C, be good.
Mistress Lanier must find a way to dissociate her name from these sonnets, for if she does not, her literary legacy will be betrayed by association with them. The relationship between Mr. Shakespeare and Mistress Lanier is not an equal one. Shakespeare's arrogance will overshadow Amelia's contribution to the play they are writing. So B, then.
No, C.
You are right to be concerned about the damage to your reputation, Mistress Lanier, for there is a danger that your partnership with Mr. Shakespeare and his depiction of you in his sonnets will forever overshadow your own literary achievements.
God's womb? But what can I do to
God's
distort
womb.
such an injustice?
I suggest you spread a rumour of your own.
Oh, yeah.
About another lady. For instance, there is a brothel owner in Clerkenwell they call Black Luce. If you were to put it about that she is the subject of Shakespeare's sonnets, 'twould do her reputation no harm. Indeed, the effect will be quite the reverse, for doubtless there be many a man at present who would pay handsomely for a tumble with Shakespeare's dark lady.
Well, indeed. I do feel 'tis most important to advance the interests of my fellow women, especially those seeking to make their way in business. Oh, do you see that, Dr. Foreman? 'Tis your mute Italian querent, Signor Ferraro. He is staring at us through the window.
Is he? Then doubtless he has come for another consultation.
All right. So, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Yay!
All right. We're done with her.
Do you see?
Okay.
I think we know who the better doctor of the duo is. Which I think we already need to begin
The
with.
Joctor.
Yeah. The resident Joctor.
The Joctor is in. Alright, so this guy we gotta give a real diagnosis.
I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Indeed, I did recognize you, Signor. How may I assist you this day?
I am ill. I tell you my problems. First the problem. I do make a chandar in the morning.
I diagnose you with
Next,
baby.
the problems. My belly does swell and my chest is a most tender touch.
Hold on.
And now, for the very most terrible of problems. I have the big fears. One moment I do weep, and the next I do curse and gnash my teeth. So, Dottore, you tell what ails me, huh? You wanna make a water into this cup? Un momento, I make the water.
Nay, not in my... prithee, hold. If you please, Signor. As with our previous consultations, I shall be judging your illness by reading the stars.
So, you need not of my...
Nay, Signor, I have no need of it. Whilst 'tis true that most physicians do spy and sniff their patients' urine, I find this method of piss-pot diagnosis most imprecise. Indeed, the practice is quite primitive. 'Tis my belief that if medicine is to advance in this modern age, we must all adopt a more scientifical method. I am quite sure history will bear me out on this question.
Yep.
This is scientific method. This reading my diagnosis in the stars?
Precisely so. Speaking thereof, perchance we may consult the stars now. What illness troubles Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Pregnancy.
Yep. I diagnose you with child.
Apoplexy. A condition of the brain provoked by a sudden fit. It affects sensory perception, causes swollen neck veins, memory loss, and gnashing of the teeth. Mattering in the breast.
Oh, okay.
Which is a gathering of corrupt matter in the chest area, occasioning pain in the breast.
You are...
Is with child. The moon is falling in Scorpio. The suggestions... Well.
That's what all the symptoms are.
Oh, is he? Do you think he's taking our diagnosis and applying it to somebody else?
Oh, that would be fun.
I think he's pregnant.
Boy, you pregnant.
This is exceeding strange. Your complaints of a tender chest, morning purges, swelling, along with the positions of the planets, they suggest you are with child.
You would judge me, a man, as being with a child? Gods of blood! What kind of a dottore are you?
Well, indeed, it does seem strange. I may have gotten my calculations wrong. Unless, of course, your moustache is naught but a cunning disguise.
It is possible.
But I jest, senor. It was not my intention to doubt your manliness.
You jest! A lady who would disguise herself as a man?
Who would do
so
such
silly.
a thing?
I think you see too many plays by Mr. Shakespeare, huh? Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
All right, so wasn't that?
He's still
Load
here,
from last save. I don't think we're getting one from him. We only have one more.
Well, we weren't gonna get it anyway.
Fair.
Unless that was a close shave. I feel that.
Good day, Mr. Mugg.
Stop being
Pray
allergic to
tell,
everything.
did the matter with the cherries resolve itself in the end?
Aye, indeed. I did tell my friend, Mr. Sprottle, what you said about how my shouting at him was owing to an upset of bile in my spleen. I also did speak to him on the evils of onions. I think he was most interested.
And what may I assist you with this day, Mr. Mugg?
I have the spotted fever. I must begin treatment now, or else I will...
Hold, sir. The spotted fever is exceeding rare. Why would you think you have such a disease?
Well, sir, not only am I covered all over in red spots, I have lately taken to chundering, such as are the very symptoms listed in the medical book I did read. I am already taking the treatment Mr. Cogan prescribes, but now I require...
You mean to say you have read Thomas Cogan's Haven of Health? Why, that is a most technical book, writ for doctors and medical students. How did you come to be reading it?
My friend George Sprottle did bind a printing of it in his shop. He kindly let me spy some pages afore 'twas sent up to Cambridge. Oh, but Dr. Foreman, I forget myself. You have no medical degree, so you doubtless have not read it. Mayhap if I ask George nicely...
Sir, let us consult the stars and see if they may tell us what ails you.
See, because we could have told him that he was a hypochondriac, but we didn't.
I mean, that's fair.
He suffers from hypochondria induced by the appearance of benign pimples on the privy member. Evil digestion.
Or...
spotted fever.
Chronic but intermittent.
If I'm going with my actual gut...
Do it.
If you want me to do no
spots on
harm.
your privy member suggest a mild venereal disease. Such pustules can appear so foul in appearance as to induce involuntary upward purging, as is the case here.
It's also indicated that you suffer from hypochondria.
Dr. Foreman, did you not hear me? I said nothing of spots being on my yardle. On my word, I know not why folk even bother with doctors. Not now we have books to consult. One thing more, if you please, Dr. Foreman, for I feel I must give you...
This was trying to help him, right?
I feel it in my bones, and my bones do always speak true. You would do
Brianna,
well
I
to
followed
bide
your
indoors at the
instructions.
first sign of wind and rain.
Conrad?
God keep you well, Dr.
Listen.
Foreman.
What did you want to do?
Listen, they're not gonna throw 2 softballs at you and then hit you with one, like a third one. That was it.
Almighty God, thy servant Thomas Black, reach forth thy gracious hand, and splash into him.
I dig it. Come on now.
Good morrow, Dean Blagg. How fare you this day?
Well, Dr. Foreman, I must own that I do not fare well, for my recent investments have left me in a rather vexing financial position.
Verily, that is ill to hear.
Aye, Sir Walter Raleigh's quest for El Dorado failed most woefully, just as you predicted.
Give us the
His
points.
ships did return loaded with naught but a few sacks of worthless root vegetables. I cannot fathom it. We are Englishmen. We do not eat vegetables.
Aye, a disappointing outcome indeed.
Oh, but that is all by the by. For you will be pleased to know that I put my remaining fortune into a new venture so assured of success that I will make all my money back and more.
Assured, you say? How very reassuring.
I have invested in an expedition to intercept a fleet of Spanish ships carrying gold back from the New World. For this expedition, Sir Walter Raleigh will be joined by that famous military genius, Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex. So success is virtually guaranteed. There is but one small worry, however.
Ah, only one?
Aye. 'Tis that Raleigh and Essex set sail full 2 months past, but there is yet no tidings of them. Such silence is a trifle vexing. Have they yet captured the Spanish treasure ships? Surely no ill has befallen them.
A most vexing mystery indeed. Let us see whether the stars can tell us what has become of this expedition.
All right, Brianna, it's all you.
It's all me now?
Angels will vest their blessing upon Blogg, but he must be patient. He's a lazy fantasist who indulges in an excess of creative thinking.
I mean...
I feel attacked.
That's true.
And... A violent battle is being waged in a foreign clime.
Probably.
God has granted Blogg good intuition. The moon shines its benevolent light upon Blogg's family fortune. Nope. Blogg has been careless with his financial legacy.
Yes.
The expedition has been endangered by secret information from an untrustworthy authority. Untrustworthy? How very dare. The stars throw shade upon my honor thus. My skill is reading navigational coordinates in the stars isn't unimpeachable. Raleigh and Essex are sailing their ships in the wrong direction and will suffer a reversal of fortune.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Bad tidings for your family's fortune, I fear. The Earl of Essex and Sir Walter Raleigh did sail their fleet into the middle of nowhere, with not a Spanish treasure ship in sight. It would seem their geographical information was at fault, having been obtained from a most unreliable and untrustworthy authority.
Truly? I am ruined. Zoons! My goose is cooked!
Zoons.
Mistress Blogg will have me baked into
Is it really
pies!
pronounced Zoons?
It's God's wounds.
I always said Zounds.
Yeah, but it's an abbreviation. The querent did wish to know. Okay, but did we get any points? We did not.
Why must this wench act so distressed?
Did we already get her letter?
Yeah.
So we're just doing this for the story then.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Dang.
Oh my god.
You made all of these jokes already, game. Come on.
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Pray, come in and take comfort by the fire. The wind is fierce and cold this day.
Did you see him this time, Dr. Foreman? He did it again. He ran off the moment he saw me.
See who, madam?
Your patient, Signor Ferraro.
Ah, verily?
Is she
Indeed,
Ferraro?
I was expecting him to come for a consultation this day. But he changed his mind and ran off, you say. Huh, how very mysterious.
Truly, 'tis as if all men are determined to use me ill.
Surely not all men, madam. But I, for one, remain most devotedly at your service.
Let's
Indeed.
bang.
It does seem that I must beseech your pardon. For some years ago, you rightly foresaw in the stars that my alliance with Mr. Shakespeare would end in theft and deceit. But I would not heed you. I have been a fool,
You
Dr.
see,
Foreman.
Conrad.
My dear lady, I do not need to read the stars to see that something grave is befalling you.
Within.
Pray, tell me what it is.
Yesterday, I did
Just
meet
a
with Mr. Shakespeare to
world
discourse upon our new play, which is to open this
full
week
of
at the
long-term
theatre in Shoreditch.
games.
But though I was determined not to confront him about the sonnets he
I
wrote
feel like
about
you've
me,
gotten some
When
of
you're
these wrong.
right
To hide
about
the
things,
heaviness I
and
did
then they
feel in
come
his
back
company.
to you later
I
and
can
go,
well imagine,
"Hey,
madam."
So then, well, he remarked,
Didn't I agree with
sorry."
you on this part?
To which he said to me,
No.
Emilia,
I'm pretty sure I
your
said.
pretty brow does furrow, so
All right, I don't
will
remember.
kiss it smooth.
And I sense that you did not receive this well.
Indeed, I did not. Forsooth, I was so enraged by this, I reversed my flagon of ale full over his head.
Ah.
Whereon he rose from his stool, declaring I was the most ungrateful and unworthy wench in all of Christendom, and then he flew out of the tavern like a bat from out the gates of hell.
A most vivid image, and no doubt most apt. Men who work in playhouses are prone to indulging in such melodrama, of course. Why so many ladies care for such men in preference of those employed in solid, stable professions, I shall never understand.
And if only that were all. For this morning I saw a bill advertising our play posted on a wall in my street. It bears his name and not mine.
We did agree
Really?
on this one.
Surely not.
But other parts.
Mayhap there has been some error made.
Nay, Dr. Foreman, 'tis no error, for I rushed to the theatre to see what was amiss, but I was refused admittance. Indeed, the player who came to the door denied all knowledge of my collaboration on the play. Methinks Mr. Shakespeare is exacting his petty vengeance upon me for rejecting his sly suit by denying me credit for my work. And he means to deal with me by pretending I do not exist, as if I were a ghost. Or is it he who has become the ghost? In truth, I am not yet sure how that metaphor should work.
What monstrous perfidy! Pray tell me what I might do to punish this wretched scribbler. Though I am not adept with a sword, I do have a book that instructs in how to command nefarious spirits.
Oh, prithee, sir, I am come not in search of vengeance, but to seek answers. As you know, I have been ill-treated by my husband, and now I am betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Pray, read the stars and answer me this, Dr. Foreman. Will I ever be able to trust, even
Don't
love
do it.
a man
It's
again?
a trap.
We already have the letter.
And I'm speaking truths as a medical professional.
Brianna.
Conrad.
Look at the screen.
I know there's only one answer. In my medical opinion, if the answer for this is not no. Oh,
Amelia secretly wishes to commit adultery with a man of high intelligence. Ooh, yes.
My God, I'm gonna die.
Amelia's friends have been unworthy of her confidence.
Are you
The relationship
fucking
betwixt
kidding me?
Amelia and me is currently wrought by confusion. God rewards men who invest time in their friendships with comely women.
Literally, shut up. I hate this.
Amelia's literary legacy has been betrayed by Mr.
Fuck
Shakespeare.
me. This game
Mistress
has turned me
Lanier
into a nice guy.
is ignorant of the love she inspires, but her ignorance will be reversed. Amelia should give in to her true feelings. Amelia's present adversity may bring change and new life in the form of a child.
I'm literally gonna leave and go throw up now.
We don't have any other choices.
I know, this is the worst.
I can't even, I don't know what that does. Oh, this is just, this is our...
Oh my god.
So we're close on some of these.
1, 2...
But we need 8 of them?
3, 4...
That shit ain't happen.
It's not gonna happen.
1, 2, 3...
4, 5.
Yeah, maybe this one. There's maybe a couple of these we're playing the long game on.
Oh.
Well, maybe we'll die. Whatever, it's fine. Right,
your question of whether there yet be a man in this world worthy of
There's
your trust
not.
and affections.
Don't listen to him.
Forsooth, I have never seen an arrangement of stars that speaks so clearly.
Verily? Then pray tell, what answer does it give?
My dear
I'm
lady,
gonna need you to...
Just laugh and walk away. Just laugh and walk away.
Stars. It may be read in the signs you see before you now. To wit, the answer you seek is right in front of you.
I am afraid I do not follow, Dr. Foreman.
Uh-oh.
'Tis your feather quill, a half-eaten apple, your desk is a little untidy, and I must confess the symbolism in Flemish still-life painting has always quite confounded me. Take a skull, for instance. What sense does a skull make alongside a bowl of... Below? 'Tis clear to me now, your face was always hid in shadow, but 'tis you, Mr. Foreman. You are the man who has been prowling me
Dearest, loveliest Amelia.
Oh my God.
Allow me to profess to you my undying admiration for your charms, which are not insignificant.
Womb at 2, Dr. Foreman. Fie, you of all men to betray me thus. But 'tis true. I now see the answer. For I know now never again to trust a man to guide me. Henceforth, I shall write under my own name, and when there are decisions to be made, I shall take my own counsel and make my own judgments. Farewell, Dr. Foreman, and clean your desk. Verily, it is quite disgusting.
You can't take back your letter. Woo!
All done with that one, I guess.
Wow.
We women will achieve equal treatment even if it takes us 100 years.
Oh.
Nail, sir, I must beseech you not to encourage my husband Nicholas in his fanciful notions. I bid you consider the trouble you are causing our family by emboldening his delusions. I fucking called him whatever. Okay.
This is a new guy.
Much does depend,
marry me.
He must be well. No matter the cost to love and to have.
Good day to you, young sir, and well met. You are
0
Lancelot Moore of Middlesex, are you not? What an honour it is to welcome a son of the great house of Moore to my humble consulting chambers.
'Tis indeed I, Lancelot Moore. I will own it. But hear this. My family is ignorant of my designs in coming here, and I wish them to remain so. Which is why I come to you, Mr. Foreman, for methinks you are not such a man who would ever find himself in the company of a family such as ours.
You call me poor?
Well, you may count upon my discretion, Mr. Moore. And what is the matter that brings you this day?
'Tis that my family wish me to marry my wretched cousin Barbara.
And I take it you would not wish to comply?
Nay, I verily would not. Cousin Barbara is a vile little minx. She loves nothing more than to sport with me and play cruel japes. Last Christmas, she even hid a dead mouse in my mince pie.
The lady does seem most spirited.
The lady? Oh, pish. Cousin Barbara is hardly a lady, for she is not 14 years of age.
Oh, jeez.
It is most unnatural to ask a grown man to wed a child.
Indeed it is. 'Tis my belief that in these enlightened times we should consider...
Verily, Barbara be damned. My heart belongs to a true woman, not a freckled, scrawny slip of a girl. A full-blossomed woman.
A woman, you say?
I, Marion, my other cousin.
I see.
Ah, Marion, so beguiling are her shapely charms. Oh, to lie, if not to die, in Marion's arms. So soft her lips, so sweet her face. Oh, how I yearn for her embrace. In me she hath such passion stirred. Rises in my...
Did we nod off? Oh.
I pray for death, and would be martyred if from her I be thus parted. And so you see, you must help me forestall this wretched marriage, so that I might wed my sweet cousin Marion. Mr. Foreman? Mr. Foreman?
Yes, indeed. Let us see what the stars advise. How might Mr. Moore avoid this marriage to his cousin Barbara?
Kill her.
Moore spreads a rumor about Barbara being sexually active.
Holy shit, absolutely not. Don't even read the second one.
Abruptly cancelled.
Nope. Conrad, nope.
This house suggests Barbara is with child. She may not be as chaste as she seems.
Bad. Worst option. Absolutely not.
An appeal to Moore's vanity may induce him to travel abroad. Moore will be able to extract himself from this engagement once he has come of age and has control over his fortune. Moore should betray his family by serving his country. He should go to war. Oh, he's gonna die.
I mean, his name's Lancelot. I feel like
Barbara is secretly unhappy about the marriage. God's aid will come via cousin Barbara, who is both intelligent and rebellious. What does Moore's intuition tell him about this marriage? Therein lies the key to unraveling this engagement.
That is barely an answer.
B or C? Just go with your heart, you know? Just do what,
Well, I don't want him to run away and go to war, because that seems not practical.
And we can't...
life-saving advice.
We
and
can't
we're
max out
definitely
his
not
recommendation.
doing A. I say C. Process of elimination.
'Tis apparent you do not wish to marry your cousin Barbara. But have you considered whether she wishes to marry you?
Nay, but I cannot think why she would not want to marry me. I am exceeding eligible.
Aye, doubtless you are, Mr. Moore. But do you not think her unkind japes may indicate she harbours some degree of malice towards you?
Mayhap you are right. I did find a toad in my bed Thursday last. 'Tis as if Barbara were possessed by a demon.
Very possibly. And thus possessed, she may be distracted and not wholly aware of your, fine qualities. I advise you to simply bide your time, for the stars suggest she is a cunning maid who plans to thwart the marriage using a method of her own devising.
Verily? Then I will leave it all to Barbara, as you advise. But it shall be on your head if I'm forced to marry her, Mr. Foreman.
What could go wrong?
We got 10 points. Fuck that.
Hear ye. Spanish Armada, English coast.
Uh-oh.
Nation prepares for invasion.
Well, this wasn't really our fault.
Searches for missing navy. Hear ye.
We didn't have the choice to stop him. We only had the choice to tell him where to go. As Spanish ships near our shores, the Queen's ground troops prepare for what promises to be a blood-soaked slaughter of Englishmen by continental Catholic savages. With England's coasts undefended, experts predict Spanish ships will be sailing up the Thames to London within days. Sources in the royal court say the Queen is more than a little vexed by the absence of the Royal Navy, which experts describe as lost.
Wench, be sure to marry, lest ye be branded a witch. If Mary sees you keeping cats against you, she will snitch. Beware of Mistress Mary Page, she is a nosy
It's supposed to be bitch. It rhymes with witch and snitch.
Blessed even,
wow,
Dr.
thank you for
Foreman.
breaking that down.
Mistress Payne, what brings you in such weather? 'Tis most dangerous to be about in it.
Oh, it takes more than a little wind and rain to forestall me from doing the Lord's work. Besides, foul weather is naught but God's righteous vengeance upon London for the sinful debauchery of its inhabitants.
Verily? Then I dread to think what northerners get up to of an evening.
Pray heed me carefully, Dr. Foreman, for 'tis on a most pressing matter that I am come. Doubtless you have heard the news. The Spanish Armada does sail once again towards England's shores. It seems this latest Armada was most unexpected.
Well, as 'tis oft said, no one expects the Spanish Armada.
'Tis very grave this time, for I have heard tell that our own warships are far away at sea, and with our coasts undefended, a Catholic horde may soon be sailing up the Thames to slay us all.
Aye, our situation is most grave indeed. But what would you have me tell you, Mistress Payne?
I wish to know whether the English fleet will arrive home in time to defend our shores, or might we ordinary folk be compelled to take up arms to defend ourselves? Dr. Foreman, are you ready to beat off the Catholics, come what may?
Am I ready to beat off the... Prithee, madam, let us pray the need never arises. Perchance the stars will offer us some reassurance. Will the Royal Naval Fleet return home in time to defend England from the Spanish Armada?
The Royal Navy is absent due to a reckless and misguided pursuit of gold.
Yep.
Ambitions will be thwarted by confusion. Unpleasantness will result from a cunning plan to steal goods. Okay, probably that one.
Probably that one.
Mistress Payne must rouse her neighbors to take up arms. The authorities cannot be trusted to uphold their duty to defend ordinary Englanders. Catholic evil angels will...
Angels will
have their plans thwarted by a deadly, unpredictable event. The Spanish fleet will be delayed due to the idleness of their sailors. I think A.
Probably A. Because it is the truth.
Madam, know you of Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex? Or of Sir Walter Raleigh, perchance?
Oh, young Lord Devereux, such a talented young man. My niece is especially taken with
Kit
him.
does this character.
Well, it would seem the pair would take the royal fleet on an expedition to intercept and seize gold being transported back to Spain from the New World. But their plan went awry, and now they are lost at sea. I am afeard that, short of a miracle, a Spanish invasion is indeed imminent.
Her Majesty would risk her realm and the lives of her subjects for the sake of gold. Then our present danger does not surprise me. England's downfall will be God's punishment for our Queen's greed and avarice.
Well, to be fair to Her Majesty, I do not imagine she gave Devereux and Raleigh permission to...
Oh, my days! With a Spanish invasion nigh, I know not how to calm my anxious passions. Methinks I shall take to bed with Paul and Matthew this even.
Oh, yes, I see. The book of Paul and the book of Matthew. Aye, verily. Holy Scripture does give great comfort to a distressed mind. God keep ye well, Mistress Payne.
Hooray.
Well, we got some more chances to win her over.
So many.
However, it's 10:30. And for the people in the chat who are also Kakos Industries listeners and potentially Kakos Industries Patreon patrons, they will know that the early access to the episode premiering at midnight hasn't gone up yet. It's done. I just have to go post it.
If only someone would go post that episode within an hour and a half.
It's been a month, let me tell you. I don't think anybody disagrees with me on that. Yeah. So I think what we should do is that we're going to leave it here. I think we should pick it up next Monday and finish Astrologaster. So can we quit game?
Ugh. Methinks I will be speaking in this tone of voice for some time. There's gonna be some verilies There's gonna be some forsooths, and it's gonna come out naturally on the phone tomorrow, and it's going to be very weird.
There's gonna be some strumpy humpy.
I hope there's not gonna be any strumpy humpy, but
just in your language.
I have no reason to talk about strumpy humpy on the phone at work.
Brianna, I would not wish strumpy humpy on anybody who did not want
consent.
Strumpy humpy.
But no, there's just going to be some weird old school affectations that are going to sneak in.
Yeah, like using to be instead of to have for the past participle.
I'm going to say tis a lot more.
Tis. Yeah, they didn't even write tis, just the actors did tis instead.
Yeah. It's this thing called interpretation of the text.
Right. Okay, so thank you for hanging out, everybody. Yeah, I have to go take care of this small technical matter of posting the gosh dang episode. Zunes. Yeah, just start working Zunes into your...
Man, I can't believe it's been Zunes this whole time. That's way less cool than Zounds.
Well, yeah, it's because it's God's wounds.
I mean, it makes sense now.
See, Blathbandia is going to be talking about Strumpy Humpy a lot, though.
That's fine. I'm not going to be talking about Strumpy Humpy at work, though. That's inappropriate.
Yeah, so don't talk about it at work.
And a fireable offense.
Just, yeah, well, yeah. Well, that's why I don't have any jobs.
A very confusing fireable offense. Bless you. I would be more concerned...
Just the one, I guess.
Cool. I would be more concerned about having to explain that to HR, just the phrase, than I would about actually being fired for it.
It's like, you strum your fingers on a washboard. It's like a strumpy humpy. It's like you're making a sound on the washboard with like your finger. It's like a percussion thing. It's like a Latin American thing, and then they'll probably...
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Just I'll be chunking. Oh yeah, what was the word for throwing up? Chundering. I have been chundering.
And forceful purging upwards.
Yeah, have we involuntary upward purging? Why did we stop saying chundering? That's what I want to know.
The world is not a pleasant place. That's it. End of sentence.
Okay. Strumpy Humpy.
Yep.
And on that note, thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah.
I gotta go take care of something.
Take care of a matter that is totally unrelated to said situation mentioned.
Yeah, I got a Strumpy Humpy. I got an appointment.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, with my astrologer.
Congrats.
No.
Oh. Good work. You couldn't, Conrad?
I don't know.
You couldn't, literally, today's the last day of No Nut November, and this is how you go out, just breaking it all at the end, huh?
Well, I have to do 90 minutes of meditation, and then it'll be December. So.
Okay. Well, I hope at some point in that meditation, you take care of the other matter.
Happy No Nut November. Happy
congratulations, folks.
No simp. Guess that was September, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No Simptember.
Yeah. I did successfully make it through NaNoWriMo. Not a word of a novel.
Not a word. Not one word written.
In a novel form, mind you.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true. I've seen some words that you've written.
Some extremely very good words.
Yeah. High quality, just the best words.
Again, though, I would like to ask, do we use the phrase
Strumpy Humpy?
Strumpy Humpy?
It's just my heart. It's so dumb. And my loins crave for Strumpy Humpy.
Oh my god.
Do you hate it? Or is it funny?
I kind of just want to, in the spirit of Strumpy Humpy, I do really just kind of want to slip it in there somewhere. Just once. Just the tip.
Just the tip, which would be Strumpy.
It's the tip of the phrase.
Is there any Cockney rhyming slang that has to do with Strumpy?
I don't know. Oh.
Well, anyway.
I will review text and decide.
Okay. We'll find a place for it. We'll
There's always a place for Strumpy Humpy.
We'll work it in. We'll get Space Donald to say it.
Oh no.
Strumpy Humpy marinade.
Oh no. It's not as good.
You gonna marinate on that?
I will, actually.
I don't know.
Verily, forsooth. Indeed.
This game has been so bonkers. Like when we started sleeping with the first woman, I was like, that came out of left field. I had no anticipation of that. Oh, it's funny.
Surprised.
It looks like the icon for this game on my dock here, or whatever you call it on Windows, is actually him and that woman.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I was not expecting unreliable narrator to be a big part of this. That's fun.
I started to pick up on it, I mean, then again, I guess that is that different from normal for you? I don't know what you're responding to.
I did call it from the beginning, but didn't pay off quite fast enough, so I started to waver in my beliefs.
Yeah. I don't know, Mang.
Very good. Very fun game. A bit long, but entertaining.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Verily forsooth, good night.
Verily forsooth, good night. Buen Strumpy Humpy to all.